Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Halloween rebrand. It's not technically October yet, but the episode fell on a Friday, and so I decided to start it now. I threw together this logo yesterday, and I'm very happy with how it turned out. This is still main campaign, but, you know, I wanted to do a little special thing for this arc that we're coming into, so I thought it would be a nice little addition. How's everybody doing this week? How's everyone feeling? The character stickers are now up on our merch store. I will put that link in our chat here. Did I just make it merch? I did. So all the other things are still up. The Glabussi discount code is still active for another week, so you have another week chance to use that 20% off. Nothing else has been added.
Fix my audio volume so I can yell at you for that.
I did. I thought I fixed your audio volume. Are you still really quiet? Let me just max out your...
I have no fucking clue.
Your volume is maxed out on my end now, so we'll see what I can do.
Just make sure you move your mic closer to your face.
You are now on max, so if it's still quiet,
damn near touching my face.
I did amp it a little bit, but I can't amp it anymore.
Oh, I guess I have another announcement. Well, not really that big of an announcement, but we've reached 8,000 streams on our Spotify, which is super great.
That's a big boost.
8,000.
This show's popular.
8,000 streams on our podcast, guys.
Hell yeah.
If you visit our podcast link that will be dropped in the chat at some point, it'll take you to our support page where you can support us for 99 cents, $4.99, or $9.99 a month. You do not have to support us because the podcast is free. We would just like it if you did, if you are financially able to.
And if you are a podcast listener, you're just going to have to trust me that we have a new logo this week and it's cool. I'm sorry. I keep forgetting that we have things.
I'll make it the thing for this, the thumbnail for this one.
If you're a podcast listener, go and pause it really quick and go look at the thumbnail now. And then just go back and play it again and pretend that I said that 10 minutes ago.
Let's be perfectly honest. The podcast people are used to us not getting half the jokes.
We did this for months without. I think we're just, we're
trying to be better.
We need more audio. I'll have an episode where I blind everyone so we have no visual references throughout the entire thing.
Oh, great. Love it.
Maybe that's
audio
this episode.
only.
Who knows? Maybe I said that as a, foreshadowing. Regardless, speaking of this episode,
treatment.
Does anyone want to take the recap for last episode, or should I do it? It should be a pretty quick one.
I think the most traumatized person should do it, so that would be good.
Yeah.
Oh, great, lovely. So we found out what was happening with the what's the town's name?
Aragdus. Did I say the name? It's
Aragdus.
It's a bastardization of the Latin word for emerald, if anyone was curious. I don't know if I ever said that, but there's a fun fact for you.
It's literally the Emerald City. That's funny.
Yeah. It's public domain. I can do that.
Bastard. All right. Aragdus. We found out what was happening with Aragdus. Apparently the god of... What was it? The god of nothing? It was the god of absence?
God of secrets, I believe, is what it was.
The god of secrets. That's right.
Okay. They called it the absence. It was the god of secrets.
Yeah.
Slowly over time, the god of secrets had taken everybody in the kingdom because of because of a past that had happened with both the king and the queen. Where was it? Ezekiel? Was that his name? Ezekiel had replaced one of them after they died. Then they found out about it. Then the other died. Then they got replaced. And then the God of Secrets started taking everybody. That's why everybody was like that. Mm-hmm. We had some adventures where Glib got replaced at one point, and we solved the clone problem with just murdering one of them straight out.
Yeah.
As soon as
he lasted 5 minutes.
Oh, by the way, he also got re-traumatized before that happened, just so we could solidify everything in there. And then we had a Dark Souls boss fight.
It was a good time. And I guess we should note, too, that Skeezville was instrumental. Killing both of the bosses.
Yeah.
Skeezville
did
basically solo this whole thing.
He did massive final blows twice. He got the guy to fastball special himself, which was one of my favorite moments in the entire campaign, because it was amazing.
Beautiful.
Oh,
Also,
Yes,
Goodbid
Goodbid
almost
did
died.
almost
At this
die.
point, it's just
Oh, yeah.
normal that one of us has to say, and they almost died in the recap.
That's terrifying.
I'm trying to another little like lore drop for anyone who's curious. The name Ezekiel is also a reference that was based on the Bible story, because there's a story. Ezekiel is the dude who raises a bunch of skeletons, I think, if I'm remembering that correctly. There's like a field of skeletons, and he raises them up and turns them into like a bunch of soldiers. And I was like, oh, I like putting like, you know, various references to like things like that and stuff. So I put a little reference in there as well. Lots of hidden references and things.
Very nice.
If I'm getting the story wrong, I haven't read any of it in years, but I think that's how it was. You know.
If he's getting the story wrong, it's a D&D campaign. Don't worry about it too much.
Yeah. But yeah, I think that is pretty much everything. We ended off last session right at the end of the boss fight. That was, that was exactly where we were. And so then it's a very easy point for me to start up this session on. You guys have just defeated the Royals. Their corpse and ichor and gold, you know, it's just a pile of gross stuff, is sitting in the chamber. There's holes in the ceiling where they fell in from the throne room. Begin.
And we're all critically injured.
Yeah. And we're all very, very close to
important.
death.
Oh, and also, Phoenix noticed that Rayleigh showed up at the end and introduced his new team that he has been forming, which is called the GodCursed.
Right.
The
GodCursed popped up and fucked off in one moment.
The logo's literally on the screen
important.
right now, and I forgot. But yeah, they kind of just showed up as like an end scene teaser, and if they're, you know, judging by the fact that their logo's on the screen, they might be important this episode. Now you guys can start.
An ugly goblin, a woman in armor with a mouth stomach, a fungus-covered warforged, and maybe the absence?
Correct on all accounts.
We don't know.
The absence ?
But did
Literally
we
what
just speak
happened.
to the absence? Is it still here? Did
you
it
have
like
no
go
idea.
away?
It's very hard to track.
It's the absence.
Goodbid is actually very shaken up by all this because this is the first time he's ever gone down, ever in his life.
That's fair.
And, you know, he also, despite this being a months-long campaign, we've only known each other in-game for a few weeks, a week or two.
Like a month at this point,
You know?
probably.
Yeah, it's been
month
like
and
a
half,
month?
something
Yeah, like a
that.
month.
Before that, Goodbid was a solo act, you know? And so the fact that he would have died if he was solo like he normally is, that freaks him out. He's a little
Okay, interesting.
Goodbid's take is friendship is magic. I have these buds now.
Oh, I should also say, and the players kind of already know this, but I'll mention this to the audience and kind of describe a little bit of lore for it. If you recall, the ichor that is inside of the golden statue people has Godforce energy around it. Basically, all the Godforce of this region is contained within the people. And the massive burst of energy that was released when you defeated the Royals did level up all your God powers. So everyone with God powers has new abilities. The players know what they are. You can say them now or keep them as a surprise for when they happen for the audience. Your call. But for the audience's
That's all
note,
secret.
their powers have been increased.
Yeah, I'm going to spare the audience.
Nathan's is really long text description because I suck.
very technical, as law powers should be.
Someone said friendship is good business.
Oh,
That's
can we
really
make that a
nice. I
shirt?
like that.
Friendship is good.
Henry122333. I think I said that right. Thank you.
Yeah.
Friendship is good
Friendship
business.
is good business.
You will not be receiving any royalties on that one. Should have got a patent.
And anything that you say in chat legally is the property of me as the DM of this campaign, by the way. This includes your usernames.
Yeah.
Oh, that just gave me an idea. Okay, good bid. I think we need to get one over on Aurelius because he's surprised us too many times. Can you start filing the paperwork for GodCursed so he cannot use it without paying us money?
Yeah.
Trademark.
Yeah. I could call my people.
All of us are fucking rattled. After the entirety of the last fight, we're all traumatized and rattled. And SG's in the corner like, we need to learn how to make money off of this situation, okay? There is very specific things that we need to do.
If you have to get trauma, you might as well profit.
I don't think I got that injured in the fight. I was only hit like once.
Yeah.
Oh.
Good Bib got hit. I think Glib almost got hit, but Skeezville kind of saved him.
Yeah, I saved him. Skeezville was hardly ever hit the entire fight, but I took 100 damage for the fastball special. So I am. This is the most like near death Skeezville's ever been, and
in his long life.
Since I raged, I also have to have fatigue set in, so Skeezville's lying on the ground. He's chilling.
Like you...
Matt, it very much sounds like the entire party is just kind of sitting around breathing right now. Just
Yeah,
that's fine. Here's the thing, nothing's coming. Like you guys are in this dungeon. You just killed the king and queen of this city. This dungeon was secret. Like no one's coming for you. You take as long as you need right here.
I straight up take a nap.
Yeah, if you guys want to rest right here, you can.
Yeah,
that's allowed.
Can we do our long rest so we're not all dying right now?
Okay.
Yeah, we're long resting in the dungeon. That's fine.
Yeah. All right.
Nobody.
We can
we
can all say that for like flavor text. We all literally just pass out. Like we sit down, just try and say some.
No words. There's nothing to
Skeezville
say.
can't sleep, but he will just be sitting there, silent, the entire time.
Contemplating.
He won't be saying anything.
Like, hey, we might have actually died just then if we weren't.
Do we all agree to long rest right now so we have full HP again? All right, good.
That's one way to long rest.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sleep over in the dungeon.
Kill the boss. This is my boss chamber now.
Does a long rest bring us back up in health or no?
Yeah, it basically resets you.
Full health, it'll get rid of your exhaustion.
I've never actually like needed a long rest before this.
Flex, okay.
You keep making characters that don't sleep.
Yeah, I just swapped it. There's not a lot of stakes.
Okay, so when we get back up again, what time do you think it should be in the middle of nowhere? Wait, we're probably the.
If we're talking time, you are underground right now, so like you don't know what time it is.
Right. Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
Oh, before I go to bed, I like sending Mercury saying, "Asleep in where are we? Like we're in a cell."
You're not in. You are in the big shrine to the absence that was
he's
underneath
outside.
the castle.
Yeah, asleep in underground hidden compartment of castle, near death. Don't worry about it. See you soon.
Yeah, Panda's right. Isn't he parked like at the gate?
He was circling outside, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, he's like right outside. We told him to hang out.
He was outside the city. He was not. If I remember how I described it correctly, he was circling to like keep on the move for safety, but like staying close because he's scared of Arachnus. Because there's ghost stories about this place.
He just watched like all of the little zombie things freaking out, exploding, and he was like, "I'm
gonna go ahead and you don't really know if he saw that. But I'll go ahead and give you from like where you left him. He's probably too far away to see like the comings and goings of like individual people in the city. You don't know how much or if the thing has spread further. Like if it spreads to the entire city and like buildings are burning down and crap, he'll probably notice that. But as of now, again, you are underground. You do not know the status of the surface level.
Okay. When we get back up again, I'm assuming I don't want to be here anymore. Do we all agree on that? I think we fixed this problem. We have to deal with whatever fucking ragtag group of dickheads showed up last time. I don't really want to fight him here where every single civilian is a time bomb waiting to happen. So how about we go back to Mercury? Everybody vote we go back to Mercury and then fuck off?
Absolutely.
Yeah, everyone in chat saying your hat is still there. It was not, despite being offered, it was not taken, so the hat is there. I was just gonna assume you grabbed it if it wasn't explicitly mentioned.
Did the absence take Tiny Kermit?
The absence did not take anything that you gave it.
Wow. Rude.
But yeah, I just assumed that you had it
that.
all back.
No, I think I'm going to
Where's my
leave
hat?
Tiny Kermit and speak to the Absinthe one more time before I leave. I say, Absinthe, I don't know what that was back there. I thought we were building good rapport, but I am going to leave Tiny Kermit here with you. I think eventually maybe it will multiply to be much bigger Kermit, but I'm not really sure. You know where how to reach me if you would like to talk. Also, please give us any information on our friend Profis. You know he disappeared much like how you disappear things. If Raelius has something on you, I think we have proven ourselves to get you out of it.
At the moment, you do not get a response, but you get nothing, so maybe it heard you, maybe it didn't. You have no way of telling.
Well, I'm going to leave Tiny Kermit
Tiny
there.
Kermit is there. Tiny Kermit remains.
Okay.
Let's get out of here.
I'm done. Fuck this. Let's go.
Now, I think I probably know what the answer to this is, but I'm making sure because technically there are multiple exits. Are you going out the way you came, or are you going out through the holes in the ceiling? Like I said,
That is a
kind
good
of either
question.
one works. I just have to know where you end up.
Because we're going to Mercury, so
Probably the way we
Okay, yeah,
came.
that's fine.
right?
I would just say, yeah, walk out.
Can I use Tiny Kermit? Can I use Tiny Kermit as like a walkie-talkie?
For
Because I have
For
the
what
other part of
purpose?
Kermit
Like-
to talk to the Absinthe if it wants to reach me.
Would you
yeah,
know
I'm about
that?
it. Like,
Wow.
I don't think you
Pen
would
pals.
have any idea if that would work. Or you can roll an Arcana. Roll an Arcana, and I'll see. I'll decide based on the roll.
That is a
Oh,
19.
I was hoping you'd get low, and I could just say no and not worry about it anymore. You know what? Okay. You caught me off guard with this one. You know, you can communicate with Kermit, and based on the biology of this thing, you can assume that Kermit can, like, sort of hive mind transmit messages through itself. That's
Okay.
all I'm gonna tell you, because I still don't think you would necessarily have any way to know that, but I'll give you that much.
I think, like, literally me as the player is just like, this will probably work. So I think SG would be like, this will probably work.
Yeah, that's fine. No, you can do it. That's just look. As the DM right now, I'm thinking that'll probably work. So yeah, okay.
I guess that technically
Yeah,
makes sense.
It's fine. That's I did not have. That's not in my notes. Kermit walkie-talkie is not in my notes for episode 8. So sure. Regardless, you guys leave. You go back the way you came. Now, if you remember, the entrance to this was through Ezekiel's lab, and basically the back door of Ezekiel's, or the back wall of Ezekiel's lab.
Yep.
In certain areas, you could walk through it. It has a door on this side. Like, so, you enter you go back up the tunnel, and on this, big stone wall, there's just kind of a door in the center of it.
Is that it?
Yeah, I mean, you can go through. I'm just describing
Okay.
it. Yeah, unless you want to do something different.
Okay,
There's-
yeah.
Okay.
Ah,
Good.
we're on edge. We're so
That's
on edge.
exactly what I worded.
Is something gonna break through it?
That's-
Is there someone there?
That's exactly where I want you to be for
Like,
this
am I
episode.
supposed to investigate the door?
You open
Okay,
the door, and while you don't necessarily know this, the door kind of like a door manifests on the back wall when you open it. And you see Ezekiel kind of like jump a little bit, clearly not having expected anyone to come through that door. But he is just like sitting at his desk working on something seemingly normally. As you all walk through, he kind of turns back to you and goes, "Oh, you're not dead."
And you fucking ran!
It wasn't my problem.
This is the definition of your fucking problem!
He kind of just shrugs and goes, "Well, maybe. I don't particularly care either way."
your king and queen are dead.
Yes, that will be something I have to deal with now.
We're gonna go. I just want you to know I fucking hate you before we leave. And I walk out the door.
He kind of just like gives you a singular wave and goes back to his work. Clearly just sort of beaten down by this whole thing. You know, he's been here for like, 60 years, 80 years, something like that. He's been here for a while and is just done with all of it. You exit into...
Oh, can I actually sleight of hand whatever he's working on? I want to steal it.
Oh, I mean, yeah, you can roll sleight. Yeah, you know what? Actually, sure. I'll give you something for that. Sure, if you can get it.
This motherfucker's like building a PC. And
That's
just swipe
11.
it from under him as he's working.
Man, it would
I
have
don't
been...
get it.
No, not for an 11.
No.
Can we flavor text that shit that SG tried to and dropped it as he was trying to take it?
Like, oops.
Yeah, sure.
Whoops. Sorry.
Sure. I'll give you, if anyone else wants to try that, I'll give you a thing if you can get it.
I'm already gone. Fuck this place.
I got no interest in
Fair
labor.
enough. Goodbid, want to try it, or are you heading out too? It's not I'll say it's not necessary, but it is a thing you can do if you would like.
Nathan, you're muted.
Nice.
Run that
Oh
back.
no! If you want to try to steal the thing that Ezekiel's working on, like I'll give you something for it. It's not necessary, but if you want to try it, you can.
Oh, fuck yeah. I will. My bad, I was listening to a business message. Always on the job.
Yeah, only good bids allowed to listen to business messages during the campaign.
What
Sleight of
check?
hand.
What check is that?
Sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand. I got
17 is.
17.
I'll give you that one. You kind of as he's presumably yelling at Glib, you take a paper off of his desk. I'm assuming you're going to do this as you leave, not in his office. But you can roll an Arcana check to see if you can figure out what it is. And
Okay.
you can show this to the others and have them help on it if you would like. Good bid does not know.
Hey.
Good bid
Anybody
doesn't
want
know.
to take a look at
Skeezeball can't
this?
read. So Glib or SG?
Arcana check, right?
I love the idea of Nick Glib has come back. He hears SG.
Oh, we're
I
leaving.
think
We already
this
left,
is happening.
right? Like-
I'm assuming that Goodbid did not steal the paper and then start reading it in front of him. Like I'm
Yeah,
assuming that the order of operations is he took it, left the room, and you're reading it as you're leaving.
Yeah.
I got a 14.
I also got a 14.
Because I gave you a thing, you got the sleight of hand. I'll give it to you. What this is it is a sort of maybe work in progress method that is basically a recipe to make a seemingly very potent invisibility potion of some sorts using the ichor that is contained within the statues. So if you can get some of it and keep it, you might be able to make some magic items out of that.
This motherfucker completely destroying an entire kingdom.
Or make the kingdom disappear.
Or make the kingdom itself. This motherfucker was making an invisibility potion out of the blood of the shit that he made.
He was making a backup
Motherfucker's
plan.
Evil!
He was making a backup plan. He was like, if this goes south, which it eventually will, I'm going to use it to get out of here.
Wait, how did
If
we,
this
how did
goes
we-
south, there's a fucking riot outside!
How did we trigger the like constructs again? Did we just say you're not real or something like that?
We flicked the ichor onto them.
Not the first time, though. There was
Not
something
the
else that
first
you did the
time.
first time. Yeah.
I can't remember what we did. I think we did like a wild magic thing.
Yeah, you lick the crystal.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
If you want to roll an Arcana check again, I will give you like why that worked, basically.
I don't think I need to know why it works.
If you,
I just
if you
like
want to know.
no,
I
I
need to
just
know.
want to get more ichor. So
I got a
can I
dirty
just say I
20.
licked Jared near a construct and collect the ichor?
Maybe, but right now there's no one around you in this hallway.
Oh, okay.
Feasibly, I'm covered in it, right? After fastball specialing the boss.
Yeah.
That's true.
Unless you cleaned yourself off.
Okay.
Ah,
I just
okay.
collected
Okay.
off of,
So-
off of
Raping it
Ezel.
off.
So,
I got a dirty 20 on checking the Arcana.
Okay, I'll give that in a second. So SG scrapes the slime off Skeezeville.
Yeah.
There you go.
And you I assume you can find some sort of container to put that in. So you mark that down. Once you have resources, you can try to make a potion out of that.
I
Which I'll
got
give
to
you more
give this
info on
to
later.
Doc so he will be less mad at me for almost losing Jared.
Glib, yes, you can figure out with the dirty 20 now that you kind of know that these things were created using the power of a chaos god, it seems that chaotic stuff will react with the ichor inside them and overload them, basically. Because they're already containing chaos energy. If you put more chaos energy into them, it'll basically burst.
Okay.
But you guys are just heading out of the castle, back to Mercury, like out of the castle, down the main street. Okay, so notably, there aren't a lot of people in the castle. There are still some. It's not like it's completely abandoned. There are less than before. Most of them seem to be servants walking around, doing various duties. Nothing important. The main doors are closed. And as you... I guess, are you opening the main doors, or are you trying to, go somewhere else, check something out first? Yeah, I asked just for the sake of player agency.
We're leaving.
Okay.
I'm out of here. Fuck this place.
You open the gates. You push the gates open with maybe the help of, the person who is there attending them. But instead of seeing the main street outside, you are met with a solid wall of extremely thick fog.
Oh, shit.
Skeezville goes through without care.
Yeah, Skeezville can't sense it. Skeezville's fine. Have you guys?
I'm gonna grab the back of Skeezville's cloak. And
Yeah.
This is-
Hey.
It's maybe an obscure reference. I don't know how popular these TikToks are. But have you seen where the guy fills his entire garage with foam bubbles? Has anyone seen those? Again, maybe it's a really okay. Panda's
I
seen
know
it.
what
really
you're talking
niche.
about.
Yeah, it is
I
just it's just totally foam, and he just walks in and vanishes. That's what Skeezville does. Glib grabs him, pulls him back.
I want it known that
Thick fog.
Glib's reaction to this is just a non-reaction of. Oh my god.
Just, yeah, this makes sense.
So this was this the gates that we opened to outside the city or just outside the castle? Okay,
Yes,
so it's
correct.
foggy in the city. Got it.
SG, can you ask Mercury if he's seeing this too? Is this just our fucking luck, or is this everywhere?
Am I close enough to just do my telepath thing?
That's 100 feet, right?
Oh, probably. I don't
If it's 100
remember.
feet, definitely not. That won't even reach outside the city walls.
He's
All
pretty
right.
far
Then,
out there.
then sending him, and I'm just like, Mercury, do you see this fog, or is it just us?
You don't get a response, and I will go ahead and tell you that from sort of the magical reaction that you can get, it seems that the fog muffles communication as well, somehow.
Okay. Well.
Interesting.
Ooh,
Damn it!
God damn it. God damn it.
You
Okay.
guys did wait for 8 hours before leaving. People had time to set things up.
I know, but it's just we're all
Ah.
just like, come on.
How
I
dare
thought of it much more as well. Out.
Thought of it as what?
SG
Hold on.
Yeah, we all passed out.
Hey, that's it's a trade-off. Your bad guys had time to set up, but now you're at full health. You're more prepared as well. Prep time,
it's
time.
just right. It's just
So-
a cloudy.
It's
obscure
really
distance.
thick fog. You can see maybe a foot out. It's very 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 thick. And it does
This
seem
is
Obviously magical bullshit.
good news.
Wait,
Yeah,
hold on.
obviously
Can
magical bullshit
Can I
fog.
cast an Arcana check on the fog to see
yeah.
if I can figure anything out about it?
Go for it.
All right. Let's see.
you.
Ooh, that's a nat 20.
I'll say that this is actually pretty easy to lore explain. We'll say Blob can appear and kind of give more advice on this. This fog has the same exact Godforce signature as things related to the absence. It seems that whatever the absence is, it is still active. It has not been defeated, and it is still working against you in some way.
I'm
That's-
gonna turn to
Bro!
I'm gonna turn to Kermit or wherever Kermit is on SG and be like, "Come on, man! I just want to leave."
On this note, this is actually interesting. I get a cool. I get to do a cool thing here. I need everybody to roll a history check.
Ooh.
All right. Of course, that's an intelligence skill.
I only got a
Okay.
9.
I got a
15?
Let me go around for everybody. So, Nikhil, what'd you get?
12.
12. SG. 15.
15.
I got a nat 20 again.
Glib's fine. Okay.
Wow.
And good bid.
Yeah. I got a 9.
So for everyone who got under a 15, which I think is what Skeezville and good bid, I already forgot the numbers that you said.
Yeah.
Though you don't really notice, this is the thing I'm kind of having to tell the players, and you'll get why in a second. Though your characters don't notice it, the memories of the absence and what it is and how it has been involved in things are starting to fade from your mind.
It's the silence. Fun.
Now the effects of it are not like you still remember the royals and all that, but like you remember that you were dealing with something, but any specifics beyond there is some weird malevolent force here are slowly starting to fade. Glib is fine. Glib has perfect memory of it.
Great. The one guy who probably should forget this day is the one over here like, nah, it's all sticking with me.
Someone said, oh, it's Forget-Me-Not. Like, yeah, Forget-Me-Not was played as a joke in the X-Men. I'm playing it scary.
Wait, but I got a 15,
you still
so
remember.
I still remember, right?
It is starting to fade for Skeezville and good bid.
I think this is totally fair because the absence had very little effect on Skeezville. He couldn't see it on the post.
Yeah.
I'm not sure Skeezville fully understood there was a danger.
I should also note, SG and Glib, you don't it's not like you're aware of a spell effect. For you guys, nothing has happened, but for those who fail to save, memories are starting to go away, and I will detail that more as it matters.
Okay.
Do we, as characters,
No.
recognize that this is happening?
Again, that's
or
what
is
I
this
was saying.
something that's
I kind of have to
happening?
tell you as players so that you know how to handle it, but your characters have no idea that any of that happened.
This just adds on to Goodbid's sort of like sense almost dying. He's kind of like I'll speak if I'm spoken to. I just want to get out of here. And now he's like literally forgetting. And he's just like, what are we even doing here, man?
Goodbid has shook him back. He's like smiles fading, just looking in 8 Mile stare.
It's like, just looking at fog, like, come the fuck on, man.
I could try reversing gravity on us so we go above the fog.
Is that your new spell?
Yeah.
Note to self, be careful when making fights happen outdoors. Okay.
But the problem is if we just float all the way up.
If we're bringing up our new gear...
There, that's fine. How long does it last?
Let's see. It's a minute, and it's basically a 50-foot radius, a 100-foot cylinder, centered on a point within range, and we just go.
So this is a niche. It's like one of those indoor skydiving
all
places.
fly away on stick?
We can just go up until we hit Mercury, and then we're on the ship.
But I don't remember where he is.
You don't know his exact location. He was circling because he didn't want to stay in one place.
We don't know where he is, so we'll just go.
We'll go up and start.
We only have a minute though, so it's straight up through the pond, just yelling Mercury until we plummet.
It says if an object or creature reaches the top of an area without striking anything, it remains there, oscillating slightly for the duration. So basically, we'll go straight up for a minute, and then, however long we're up there, we're just up there.
Or can't you remember last time when we were in the Magic City that you I think it was prestidigitated arrows or something pointing down to us so Mercury could see us? Why not?
I did. I could try to prestidigitate with the fog.
Yeah, I was gonna say
put a big ass light or something.
How does that work? Doing it in an area that you can't see.
I would use the fog. So I would prestidigitate using the fog in front of me.
Okay.
I was more thinking you could make a big ass pillar of light or something, just a big
Prestidigitate's not that strong.
Someone.
Okay.
I don't think
it
it's
was
that
an illusion spell that she used last time. It's not prestidigitate. That's like magic tricks, like show tricks and stuff. It's not flares.
Yeah. I think we just have to go forward. We just have to go through it.
Glib has stick that we can all fly out of here on like we've done before.
Hold on.
That is fair. Let's just get on
let me just float up and see where he is, and then just see if I can even see him.
Yeah, but like,
Glib, I think it's a very bad idea to separate
I was
them.
gonna say, would Glib want to go
That's
off
fair.
alone
That's
again?
a good point. I'm gonna take out stick, tie the rope to the bottom of it, and be like, all right, y'all know the drill.
So
You know the
everybody's
drill.
venturing out?
Yep.
All right.
Mm.
I need
Straight
everybody to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, they're
Yes, I
great.
figured this was going to happen. I don't. I
Once
was
again,
like,
regretting
that's an
dumping
eight.
Con.
Oh
That's
boy.
a dirty 20, Matt.
Dirty 20's fine.
the guy driving.
That's
23 is fine.
23.
Is a
Okay.
two gonna do it? No.
As you guys are flying, you're just I'm assuming what happens here is you're going out of the castle and just like at like a 45-degree angle, maybe even more, just going up on stick, trying to get above the fog. Is that what's happening?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
As you guys are floating up, you venture out into the fog. Everything actually seems kind of fine for a bit. But then, Glib and Goodbit, seemingly out of nowhere, you guys are just racked with immense, incredibly strong shooting pain. And you both take 13 damage, which is not actually that bad, but it is, like, notably painful damage.
Got
Bet
it.
you this is like
Is it
power word
in
pain or
a-
something.
Is it like in our heads, in our hearts?
in
like,
your body, just like maybe like Goodbid's like arm, Glib's like kind of like across Goodbid's body.
Right.
Yeah, just like it's just a
Just like
pain.
an ache.
Gotcha. Okay, so just
Got it.
Ah!
Ooh,
Like it's like on the skin. Like it's a yeah. Oh, actually, you know what?
Everything just hurts.
I'll actually give this to you now because you can see the fog is not so thick that you can't see your own body. If you're not on the Twitch, you should. Looking at where the pain is, and everyone can see this, where the damage happened, you see markings on your body that resemble this. And I just put an image in the Twitch.
Oh.
And I'm not going to leave that up for long. I didn't think that was too gross to show because there's no like broken skin or anything. Kind of just like burns, but you see that.
Okay, all right. Like lightning damage. All right.
Oh,
Okay. That's new.
no!
God damn it. I have to put us down. I have to put us down now.
No, you don't. Don't.
God,
God,
do that.
I have to. I don't know if you can see this shit, but it fucking hurts.
Ouch!
Yes, just
Just
power
go.
through the pain. No pain, no gain. We have to get to
Glib
the ship.
controls stick, so it's his call as to
All
whether
right,
you're going
as
up or
they're,
down.
as they're telling me to keep going, I'm gonna try and keep going.
You're going to try and keep going. Another Constitution save for everybody as you continue upwards to the fog.
I'm
Guys!
gonna reverse his tone real quick and say die.
Yeah.
26 is fine.
26.
That's
God
another
damn it,
dirty
SG.
20.
Dirty 20's fine. Skeevil, yeah. Oh, Nathan's laughing. Why is Nathan laughing?
We did do
No.
better, okay? Is a 3 gonna do it, man?
Dude!
That's
That's the
better.
best I can do.
That's
That's the
better.
best I got.
Glib,
Dead.
what did you get?
That's a 4.
A 4?
It's
Once again,
Us, man.
the same two people, you guys take 10 damage from the same thing.
Ah,
This is how Glib and Goodbit actually die. So I was just going, keep going.
The second,
How
Put this
close
damn
are we?
thing
The
back
people-
on the
How high
ground.
up are we at this point?
you are in the thickest fog you've ever seen. You have no idea. But for those of you that just took damage again, you can do a perception check.
Okay.
Are they gonna take the same damage going back down? It'll feasibly take the same amount of time.
Let's see what
I'm
the
in so much pain.
Oh
I'm
my
at
god, I got a
Good,
nat
I'm
good
at
bit
a
is
7.
shaking. Wow.
This is just like that cave all over again. I'm losing it,
Good
man.
bit does.
I'm
Yeah.
so afraid Goodman might actually die this
What did you get, Panda?
7.
Neither of you see anything. These things are just still like out of the fog. These things just kind of appear on you.
Jeez.
Okay.
Oh my
We're
god.
both screaming at this point,
Oh, yeah.
I'm assuming.
Yes,
'cause,
it's very painful.
I'm gonna...
I'm shouting like, bring it down! Bring it down!
Like, can we see these
Yeah,
markings,
the markings
on their body
are
at this
appearing like
point?
physically on their body.
Ooh, that looks bad. You should get someone to look at that.
We need to put this thing down now!
We just keep going. Skeevil doesn't know what fog is. He doesn't know what things like what
Yeah.
their injuries look like. He does not give a shit.
Remember,
Just keep going.
when on stick, Skeevil is like in a sensory deprivation tank. Skeezful knows nothing about what's going on.
Just keep going until we're done.
Maybe Glib, if I will say this, Stick, you're lucky that Stick goes autonomously, because if Glib had to actively pilot Stick and was getting hurt by this, you would have to see if you fall off, and then maybe Skeezville would die because Glib shook Stick too much. but Stick is autonomous, so you're lucky, you're safe.
Thank God. Okay. All right, I'm gonna make one final push, and if it doesn't work this time, then I'm just
okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Last push. Con save. Work with me here.
Yeah, go for a con save again. And again, everybody has to do this still.
Does a 13 pass?
A 13 actually does. It's not that hard of a save. You're just very unlucky.
20.
That's a dirty 20.
Okay, hold on. A couple of people talked at once. What, Nikhil?
24.
You're fine. SG? You're fine. Glib got a 13. Good bid.
Matt, this is my final offer.
Come on, man!
Okay, good bid.
Seriously?
Nathan, I want you to hold up the die you're using if you're using a physical one. Everyone in chat, shame that. Shame Nathan's die. It's not.
Shame the
it's
die.
very, very bad at its job. You can do another. Okay, you're lucky this time. You're only taking 6 damage. That's not that bad. But you do get another perception check for it.
I'll give it a shot.
15 is enough.
15.
Though it's very faint because of the fog. After you feel the pain striking for the 3rd time, you look down very quickly at where it is, and you see what looks like very faint tendrils kind of brushing against your arm and then vanishing into the fog again.
I don't know what that is.
Did we all?
Oh, you know
Guys!
what? Roll. I'll have this is
like-
another check. Roll a nature check to see if Goodbid kind of knows what this would be, because Goodbid is from Rift Reach, so I don't know if he would know.
Okay.
If Goodbid just thinks it's Glib.
Cut it out, frog!
Nature isn't that good of a stat for me. But
18's
that
good.
is,
Yeah,
18.
I made you do a nature check
Okay.
because Goodbid's from a desert region, technically. But you're from your travels and from your time in Manua, you know this thing, from the quick glimpse that you got of it, resembles some sort of jellyfish. There are
there's
jellyfish monsters in the clouds.
Oh,
I've never seen nothing like this.
Let me see if I can do this thing. I want to be friends with jellyfish. It sounds very beautiful.
I don't think
We'll see how
friendly.
that. Okay.
Jellyfish are, so keep going.
Yeah, Skeezville has no idea what jellyfish are. You guys can roll nature checks if you
know what
want.
a fish is?
Probably not.
We're still in
You
fog,
are still in
by the
fog at the
way.
moment. Yes.
After that last push.
I'm
my
gonna tell Stick to go faster.
Well,
Because-
hold on. I'm waiting to see what
we-
SG does.
Are we going like
Can I roll animal handling?
We've been going up.
You
this
haven't
whole
seen
time.
them, Momo. Only Goodbid. What Goodbid?
Oh,
Goodbid
okay,
saw
then
like a
never mind.
flash of like those wispy tentacles vanishing into the fog. That's all he saw.
So they like
The
blend
you
into
don't
the
know if they
fog.
blend into the fog or if the
Almost.
fog is just really thick. All you saw of them is a little glimpse
Okay.
of them as they vanished.
For
That
sure.
said, with the that we'll say you guys get high enough to exit the fog at this point. After several minutes of screaming and flying and fog, Skeezville not having any idea what the hell is going on, you guys on Stick burst out of the fog bank and look down to see basically the city is now kind of just like one gigantic, weird, mysterious cloud. It's now very obvious that these sting marks are pretty much everywhere on Goodbid's body, and there's a lot of them on Glib as well. Every bit of like exposed skin on Goodbid has these stings on it. You can see Mercury. He's a bit of a ways off, but I want everybody to make a perception check.
Oh damn it! Is he fighting?
Okay.
Is he in danger? Please don't let him be in danger. That's a 12.
Okay. 13.
13.
27. Okay.
27.
Good,
Dang!
good bid. hated the fog.
Now that we're out of
and
the
he
clouds,
wants
you're
to
getting the
be,
good rolls, huh?
out of there.
All we have to do is shame the dice.
Yeah.
I got a new dice in the ring now. I usually got 3. Got rid of
Throw
that
it
bad
away.
dice scale.
Okay, that's
oh wait, I was about to say Skeezville, but Skeezville can't see anything.
Yeah,
I forgot that, so I was
Can't see.
waiting on your roll.
sensory deprivation, holding on to a stick.
So, we'll say SG and Glib are both pretty focused on Mercury. But, Goodbid, since Goodbid, Goodbid is most invested in the fog since he got hurt by it the most, you notice the fog, there's like a little sort of tendril of it almost, kind of coming off of the cloud, and it is going to a small island a bit off the coast. But that's all you really notice. Mercury is circling. There is the fog tendril going off to the island, but it's far enough away that you can't really see a lot of it.
I mean, I'll point it out to whoever's next to me on the rope, but doesn't seem as I'm not in that exploratory mood.
It's noted that it's there.
So,
I assume you guys are going over to Mercury at this
wants
point.
a drink and a soft bed, and that's it.
yeah.
Yeah, we're
You
going
guys
to
Checking
Mercury.
with him.
zoom over to Mercury, I'm assuming pretty quickly, who he's at the wheel. He sees you coming in and kind of very frantically waves, a bit more panicked than he usually does, Remember, he was already scared of this place, and he hasn't really seen anything happen in it other than weird, mysterious fog cloud that happened. So as you land on the deck is what I'm assuming you're doing. He quickly...
Wait a minute, hold on. Did he not hear the fucking riot that popped off?
He was not
there still a riot?
close. What'd you say?
That was a lot of people. That's...
Hmm?
That was a lot of people. There's not a ton of sound pollution out in the middle of fuck all nowhere.
I'm gonna say you have to ask about that. Anyway,
Okay.
he kind of quickly waves you over, and stares for a second at the strange burns that are covering one and a half of you, mostly on Goodbid. Kind of takes a moment to gather his thoughts. He goes, "You're not dead. That's good." Is it?
Yeah.
It's start.
Is that place as scary as it seems to be? He's stuttering, pretty clearly still scared of what's going on here.
The moment Skeezville hit the deck, he just started kissing it because he could see stuff again. And he stands up now, still covered in the goo, puts an arm on Mercury, he's like, "It was great. We killed some things, and now we're here. It's okay."
He
Looks over at Goodbid and Glib, barely holding it together through trauma. Just
he nods and then looks over at the fog covering the sea and goes, What's with all that? The whole cloud thing? That's new?"
yeah, some guy we pissed off doesn't like us very much. Some guy most of us pissed off. Some guy 2 of us pissed off doesn't like us very much, and he decided to do that. It's full of jellyfish. Don't go in it.
That makes him pause for an even longer second. For context, for anyone who's newer to this episode, Aragdus is like it's basically like the boogeyman, but a place, right? Like it is a place that stories are told about to scare kids. And from Mercury's perspective, he saw his new friends go in there, and then a massive fog cloud appear all over it, and then no communication whatsoever. So he's like very shaken. And jellyfish was not at all what he was expecting to hear out of this. He goes, "You guys seem to piss off a lot of strong people. That's a pattern with you."
It's
Didn't used to be this way.
It did for us.
At least not for me.
SG and me,
This is new.
this is kind of just how we roll, to be perfectly honest.
Honestly, the guy that we pissed off, he was a bitch anyway, so I really don't think it's really us. I think it's more of a him thing. It might come from a little bit of daddy issues, but we didn't stay friends long enough to really get into that.
I
don't know if we were ever friends at all, if I'm being honest.
He seemed pretty cool at the time. I mean, he was a little scatterbrained, but that was about it.
Someone in the chat brought this up, but I've not watched the early episodes of season 3. Well, why does Raelius hate y'alls? Because
We
he was with
abandoned him.
He was with me.
That's all we know.
Yeah, you haven't talked to him enough, but I mean,
Because someone in the chat said, feasibly he should only be mad at Canyon, and that's true. Canyon screwed him. You guys didn't do shit.
did he actually say?
I haven't watched Canyon's episode. I don't.
I'll tell you this much.
I mean, hell,
I'll tell
hired
you this
me.
much because you could probably guess it in character. Basically, and well, this is one of the reasons he might have told you this in the past, and I forgot. You did, he was like a chaos worshipping guy. You did take this gigantic, terrifying chaos monster that was basically like the embodiment of everything that he worshipped and turned it into a hot elf by injecting order energy into it. He's not super happy. He's not super happy about the fact that from his perspective, you corrupted his god.
That is a fair point.
Also, you corrupted his god and destroyed his organization that he was in charge of.
Yeah.
So it is daddy issues, just the wrong daddy.
So you're telling me he probably won't hire me
I think your
again?
contract's void, man. I'm sorry.
The hot elf was okay. Amy said he did say the reason he's mad is you destroyed his organization and corrupted the most pure embodiment of his god that he's ever seen. So
we killed his devil, corrupted his god, destroyed his organization, and abandoned him in a dimension where he had nobody. So.
Wait.
Yep.
Oh
no. He didn't mind the abandonment.
Right.
In the chaos.
He was chill with that.
Yeah.
He was. Yeah.
Do you think he's going to try to make Prophis back to Polymorphing?
That would make logical sense.
He might already. Wait, Prophis is gone. Fuck. That makes more sense. Wait a minute.
I forgot that's what we were going
Shit.
to.
Okay, maybe he.
Cannot forget that Prophis is still
damn it,
missing.
that probably means he fucking kidnapped him, didn't he? Shit! I forgot he was essentially his
redirect
god.
attention.
Fuck! Damn it!
I'll redirect attention to the weird tail of fog heading
what?
towards an island. I mean, not that I want to go, not that I want to bring it up, but there is a suspicious tail of fog pointing towards a creepy island.
Mercury kind of looks at it with you and nods, goes, "Oh yeah, that's been there for a couple of hours now."
Did you see anything show up before it did?
I was flying around. I was reading some books that I have in the captain's quarters, and then I heard a kind of weird noise, and I looked up, and he gestures at the cloud.
You got any indication of what that noise sounded like?
And he just kind of makes like a whooshing sound, something that you would sort of, imagine the sound of a magical cloud appearing. It's not like a clue. It's just sort of, that was what tipped him off.
Okay. That's very helpful.
I don't wanna fight.
We're gonna have to go check it out, aren't we?
God damn it!
Yeah.
Did we take like a week-long vacay?
You did take 8 hours in a dungeon, so
Just staring at the
All
island.
right.
We should handle that, shouldn't we?
Well, I hope it's the mouse stomach person. I feel like we can get through to her very easily.
I'm curious.
She seems nice.
Why?
Yeah, she does seem pretty.
Yeah, I actually am curious where that came from too.
I am very fascinated to hear your reasoning here.
The only person that you've seen with that did try to murder you, so... Well, that should mean you as in Momo.
The reason why, SG would be, this would be the easiest person to get to is because, their only issue is, I'm guessing, the mouse stomach thing, but if, I can just polymorph them into not having that, I could probably get with Doc to make permanent polymorph type spell medical device so that the mouth goes away for basically forever.
I mean, look, I know more about this situation than you do, so I'm not going to tell you the actual effectiveness of that plan. But I will say that hearing that's a good plan actually. Yeah, I won't tell you the secret information around it, but as an outside observer, yeah, that's good line of thinking.
I don't want it to be touched on anymore.
I
don't want it to be touched on anymore. I just think it's a very funny cutaway line after SG explains this for Glib to go, "You could do that the whole time?"
Well, I could do that now for you if you just let me.
Do it!
Episode 8, Glib gets fixed. What?
Glib doesn't want this right now. He's just like, I can't emotionally deal with that today. Remind me later.
It's I could do that for a while, but you never asked. So
I've had too much this today. So let's
I literally forgot I forgot I could just do that to a willing creature. I can make them into a new form.
Skeezeful is
You
pissed.
have been with someone whose only goal is that for a month.
I forgot I could do that.
I don't even have a reaction to this. Like, yeah,
Glib is
that's
just
not
standing
great.
there like you could do that the whole
Hey,
time.
Glib, do you want to be human for an hour?
I feel like that might be more traumatizing in a way, actually.
Yeah.
Like,
I've had
Glib is
enough
just
to hear.
staring at SG like, I can't today. I can't. Mercury Island. We need to handle this so I can fucking go home and sleep. This is bullshit.
Mercury, throughout this conversation, Mercury, like, imagine you are an outside viewer to this conversation and how insanely awkward that would be to just, like, be a bystander for it. That's where Mercury's in right now. So the second Glib, like, gives him an out, he just immediately nods and, like, books it back to the wheel, any excuse to leave this wildly awkward situation that he has been witness to.
Glib is so rightfully mad at me.
I want there to be like a 10-second
Totally
pause in between.
justified.
Oh, I could just polymorph the stomach away and then have Doc make it permanent. So it'd be super easy. And Glib is just staring like,
Granted, that requires Doc, and he had
what?
Yeah, granted, I want to say in my defense, we only just realized he invented a time machine, and that's like what kind of made my reasoning like, oh, I could probably have something that makes like a permanent
We've
polymorph
known
thing,
Doc
like
for,
a
half the
dialysis or
campaign
something.
at this point. There's nothing that you could say to Glib at this point that makes that make more
the time
sense.
machine, because it's about extending the hour, like making that not relevant. So it's the time.
Yes.
Yeah.
That does
Like,
make,
I actually,
that
like,
logically
sense.
makes sense. Okay.
Like out of character, I got the idea from Matt.
That does make
and
sense.
His type 1 diabetes.
Wait, hold on.
So
I'm
I
back
was
at
like,
what?
oh,
Diabetes.
Okay, pause the campaign for a second. What?
I am fascinated.
Yeah,
by this.
I am as well.
yeah, like you have an insulin pump. If there was just like a magical polymorph pump, it would work.
Oh my god, like a machine that
Wow.
constantly injects a That's a genius idea, and I want to steal that now. That's actually that's
I will be stealing that.
excellent. That's an excellent idea, Momo. Oh my god, that's
Yes,
so
that's why I think it'd be very easy
clever.
to get these. That's why it's gonna be very
like,
easy to
both
get this
both
right
the
outside.
world builders in this, me and Nathan, were both like, huh, immediately. That's a
I was like, man, my guys in the past just always had to drink coffee or something.
that's a
But now
genius
it's like-
idea. Okay, cool.
You guys forget I also went to school.
I
for
actually
screenwriting.
did also forget you went to school for screenwriting. Okay, cool. The 3 world builders in here. And actually, you know what? So did Nikhil. I forget we're all creators in some form or another. Wow. Amazing. We're all good at this. Anyway, that was a
Anyways,
you know, I imagine if you're saying this out loud, I imagine Goodbid writes like a patent down really quick. Not that you're referencing the DM's
sketching
medical
machine.
condition
Hold on.
thing
Tell me
character,
more.
but you know, I feel like some sort of cosmic force in this realm has a disease that I drew inspiration from.
Hey,
If you
God
want
got a
to, you could say that, like, Mercury has diabetes or something, and then be like, oh yeah, this is my
If
steampunk pump or
people
something.
Yeah.
people already for some reason think that Mercury is a self-insert character. If I did that, it would be so much worse. So I can't do that. Any
worse.
character that is
What if you said Doc has it?
Do I really want to make
Doc will
Doc the
modify
self-insert?
himself. That does make sense.
Okay, you know
No,
what?
Doc doesn't need to be the self-insert, but he's self-modified. That would make sense.
This is okay. This is a huge tangent. I am going to be using this concept in some sense because it's great. But this was such a derail from an excellent idea from Momo. Point is, Glib can there's a pathway for Glib to get fixed, but not now. Not now.
not now.
Creepy Island.
Creepy Island. Total drama island.
I want everybody to roll a perception check as you get closer to the island.
I will be abstaining again.
Yes.
for the record.
Skeezville has a total vision of like boat size.
Yeah,
I was gonna say feet, and then I realized I don't know how big boats are, so I just said
I
boat
want
size.
to point out too, that able to, to
13.
see the thingies, the bruises on them, kind of, because they're like bumps, right?
It's like jellyfish stings. I don't know how visible those would be for like a physical sensing thing.
I feel like they're bumps. I want to be
They're
able to
probably
say
raised enough.
I can be aware that the Goodbid and Glib are covered it up, and it just does not give a shit.
Okay, that's that
No
works.
regret about pushing through at all. Never brings it up.
I heard.
Just thinks they're having an acne flare up and just is like polite enough to not say anything.
I guess I should also say before. Well, give me the perception checks first, so I have that in hand, and then
20.
Okay.
Dirty 20.
Oh, you guys are all good. For note, those of you who took damage from the jellyfish stings, Mercury, upon seeing this, he has, a bunch of supplies on his ship because this is where he lives. He has various things. He gives you some sort of medicine that eases the pain. You restore half of the damage taken from that. So you restore a little bit of...
So
Goodbid took a lot. Yeah.
I took 29
and you can round
damage
it up.
total.
So 15, yeah, you restore 15.
Okay.
I don't remember how much Glib took.
Wait.
That's
That's actually funny because
someone said jellyfish stings are very visible in the chat. Yes, they're visible. Skeezvol's blind. It's like Daredevil. Like, can he sense them physically? It's not a. I know they're visible. I showed a picture of them earlier.
I took 23 damage. How much do I get healed?
Oh right, you missed this. 12. That'd be 12. Yeah.
like 12. Yeah.
Yeah, you restore half. Okay, so 20. I'm trying to think actually what check would this be? I'll figure it out as we go. As you get closer to the island, it's sort of like you can see it's very kind of rocky, but there is a pretty big, pretty intentionally edgy looking fortress on it, which maybe not surprising. It looks very kind of intentionally overdramatic and is very much like you can tell by looking at it that this is somehow Aurelius's base of operations, and he made it with flair.
This corny motherfucker.
Yeah, he made himself a villain lair somehow.
Can I prestidigitate graffiti
You're not
on
that
his
close
tower?
yet, but I will say yes if you, when you get in closer.
You write Prophis on the side of it. Just the fucked up name of his old god. Like, just
put a billboard on it that says "I have daddy issues."
I love Order so much.
What was the Order god's name?
I would just write Godforce on it.
As how long has it been? As you guys are going, make another history check. This is for the same reason as before.
Just for flavor, as we're approaching, I want Glib to be doing the whole. Do you think they know they're the bad guys speech? Kind of like how when the joking about like skulls and stuff on uniforms being like, I think they're pretty obviously the bad. You think they still think they're the good guys?
Yeah.
With the giant spiky death castle.
Quick interruption too. Panda, you don't have to roll a history check this time since you got a nat 20 on the last one. I'll give you an auto success on this one.
Oh, okay, cool.
Okay.
22.
Goodbid. None of your memories are changing. None of your memories. Oh wait, no, it was a 15. So your memories are fading now as well. Skeezvol, what did you get?
That's
19.
Okay, yours are not fading more. So right now the status is Skeezvol, SG, Goodbid have like kind of shaky memories of it. Glib is totally intact. What was your question, Nathan?
Yeah. Don't we? I can't remember. Nobody said this in chat, but I think maybe they said it last time. I forgot to bring it up. Don't we still have a favor owed to us from? Oh my God, Dramaticus.
Yeah. We do.
Wonder when we could cash that.
Yeah, he.
I mean, I think I do have something that I can summon.
As far as you know, he is on. When you last saw him, he was almost as far away as he possibly can be. Like he was on the other side of the flat planet.
He is.
So like he's very far right now. But technically, yes, you do. He does owe you a favor, and he's also
important to remember.
He owes you a favor, and also, again, as far as you know, like thinks of you guys favorably. So if you need his help and have a way to summon him, he would probably show.
Got it. Good to remember.
We're on the ship. Can we write down everything you remember about the absence?
You don't at the moment know that your memories are fading. You are not aware of that happening.
Right. We as players.
None of us are journalers, sadly.
Yeah.
In
Again, the reason you guys, again, like Nathan said, you guys in character don't know, but I sort of have to tell you as players so that you know how to react to it. So it's a little bit of metagaming, but like it has to be for this sort of effect.
As we approach,
Okay,
I just thought of this. As we approach, can I do an Arcana check on the emerald that's on my necklace to see if it has any magic left? There was a magic statue I destroyed. I want to make sure it's not still conscious.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Can I assist him because I am the god of wealth?
Yeah, okay, I'll give you that. It is a crystal, so sure.
Yeah.
Valid.
Do I have
So you have advantage.
Wow, that's first goddamn roll I could have done. That's an 11.
Yeah.
That's
That's
with
with
advantage.
advantage?
11 with advantage. You don't really get any magic off of it, but also, like, you're not really familiar with how this would work, so...
That potential is still there. I just don't know the magic yet.
Exactly, yeah. Like, you don't get anything off of it, but also... You didn't do the most thorough of checks. You're not... Basically, nothing really changes. You're not sure. You're not sure.
Okay.
It's not, like, obviously radiating some sort of powerful magic energy.
It's not like I took an eye and the pupil's still moving around.
Yes, but you don't know anything beyond that.
Gotcha.
For the purposes of what's going on right now, are you instructing, or I guess asking, Mercury to approach this fortress in any sort of particular way? I guess I should note the island itself is fairly small. It's kind of more like a big rock outcropping more than like an island. The fortress takes up most of it.
You're telling me we're approaching a very obvious James Bond level supervillain lair of the whole Rock Island being the fucking fortress?
Yeah, basically.
I mean,
How are you the good guys?
Maybe they don't think that you don't know their motivations yet.
Julius definitely seems to me as a man who does not think he's on the side of right.
Raelius, you did. I will tell you from season one.
Watch the world burn.
I'll tell you from season one. Raelius was, like, very obviously, and I mean this in a medical sense, sociopathic when you met him, and now you have pissed him off and traumatized him. So he might just... You killed his god, basically! You killed his god and destroyed his organization!
Completely subjective, you know?
Yeah.
Hey, if it makes him feel any better, we also killed his devil, so...
You destroyed his entire religion.
Yeah.
Yeah!
Both of them are gone.
What if it's still alive?
Technically, what you technically did is killed the devil and then took power from the devil and corrupted the god with it, which is arguably worse.
Okay, that's fair.
Because remember, you got Prophis...
Just make it sound worse.
You got Prophis to return to his normal form by stabilizing his memories with order energy. So, like...
Hey, you spend all day moving words around. Anything sounds bad.
When you put it that way, it's not great. I'll admit that. But... Okay.
But we're not sorry. We would do it again.
The point is, are you having Mercury, or again, asking Mercury, because he's piloting, to approach the island in any particular way, or are you just, like, going up, landing on the front gate, and walking in?
No.
To the shore.
Go ahead, Nikhil.
Yeah, put us on the vessel, not in a giant flying pirate ship. I feel like...
Good. I was just gonna say, like, don't drop us off as far away as you can. We don't need any more people getting mixed up in this.
Okay. I need everybody to make another perception check as you get closer.
Oh, Lordy.
Before we like lower down, I will say, like, can we remember that he is god of monsters, specifically water monsters? Do we want to get close to
There
water?
were jellyfish in the cloud. That was probably him.
Yeah, I know we're there, though. He's gonna know we're there with the big pirate ship.
Yeah.
Okay.
Away.
Okay,
I got a
I'm also going to say
24
this real quick, because this is technically an option. Again, the island is not massive. You will and also I noted the 24, but that might change if you guys are changing your plans here. The island is pretty small. If the goal is trying to go in stealthily, which I mentioned because you kind of implied that there, it might be better to like land on the mainland and take a boat in, because if you approach in a flying pirate ship, there's probably no way that's going to be missed. Because it's big.
Right.
You can do that, or you can try to go like, lower to the water, lower to the ground to try to sneak in some way.
We're gonna.
Yeah,
what
I
is
like
it?
that.
Avatar Serpent's Pass. This shit.
So is that the play that you guys are going for? Okay, in that case, the perception check is irrelevant. We're gonna say you turn back before that becomes, before you get close enough for anything to be seen. So you can see the Aragdus itself is kind of up on a higher peak at the far edge of this this part of the continent, and the cloud does. It ends mostly, except for the tendril, at the city walls. It's pretty well contained there. So you can see parts on the shore where, like, there are small clusters of buildings that are, for, like, fishing and things like that, where you could probably go and find a boat if you want to land there instead. Or you can, you can take Skyscimmer in. You can find a smaller boat, or you can take Skyscimmer in on the water, because Skyscimmer is still a boat, and it can function as a boat. So... Again, you kind of have options here.
Yeah, let's do it. Just tell Mercury to land in the weekend approach. We don't even have to go to Aragdus again.
How long has it been since you've been able to sail Skyscimmer in the water, Mercury? You want to go back to your roots for a little while?
He thinks about it for a second. Yeah, I mean, it hasn't been too long since he's got the powers, but he nods, he leans over, seems to ask Skyscimmer if she's okay with it, and though none of you can directly understand Skyscimmer, seems to be from Mercury's reaction. So before you get too close to the island, Skyscimmer dips into the water, and you begin your approach. Now I will have everybody make that perception check again. I'll let Nathan use the same roll, since he was the only one that did it. If you want to keep that 24.
Yeah. All right. That's a 6.
Because 24 is real good.
I would like to.
You're probably
Yes.
going to want that here. So. Anyone else doing a perception?
6.
17, 6, Skeezville would... Actually, this is actually probably notable. Is this the first time that Skeezville has been on the water?
In the sea?
I already said I didn't know what a fish was.
Yeah,
so there's no water where
I think this would be the first.
Big. So yeah, this will be the first time in the water.
So, Goodbid was the only one who notices the thing, but I'll tell you that in a second. Skeezville, this is what you're feeling here, and I'm kind of making this up because I don't know what the sensation would be, but I'm just going to guess that this is, like, probably the weirdest sensation that you have ever... Like, I would imagine that being in a boat on the water for someone with your abilities is weirder. Huh?
Like, I can still see the whole boat. It's just I can feel the boat's now rocking and things are hitting it.
Yeah, that's what I would assume that your tremor sense...
Also, if you were sending... I would imagine it would be like sending sound waves into the water. So you would be able to feel like a muddy approximation of the water around the boat.
This sounds gross, but like I think as weird as this sounds, it would probably be one of the most accurate descriptions. It's like you're on the boat and the boat is the same as it's been, but like to Skeezville, it probably feels like the boat is on the ground, but the ground is like squishy, if that makes sense, like moving and like not as solid.
We're on some big sort of weird treadmill.
Yeah, kind of something like that.
Treadmill is common in Skeezville's homeland.
That's what I feel things in the sea. I guess by this logic, if I can feel a little ways out with the sound wave, and there happens to be a fish in that thing, I might be able to tell of another creature.
I'll say this. And note, I'm not necessarily saying this as foreshadowing. I'm saying this because this is an interesting sort of like mechanics question, and I'm just thinking through how it would work as the DM. What I'm imagining is like, yes, you could probably feel things that were in the water, but it would take a bit to get used to, because this is the first time you've ever felt anything like this, and would be super weird. So like, I don't think you would be able to identify, at least right away, like, oh, there's a thing over there, because the whole sensation is so weird you can't pick out specifics. Does that make sense?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. That's what I'm kind of getting from this. So maybe you'll be able to do that later, but at the moment, while you're just there, not yet. That said, Skeezville's got that whole weird thing going on. I guess Mercury should also make a perception check for this, shouldn't he? And it's lower than Goodbid's. So as you guys are approaching the island, Goodbid, you're kind of on edge because you got attacked the most by the jellyfish things that you didn't really see.
Yeah.
You see, kind of coming from various sides, these strange, like, they're little, almost like ribbons in the air. They're not jellyfish. They're different than that. But they're sort of like snake-like, maybe. That are just kind of weaving through the air around you. And not like immediately close, but like kind of off to the side. You can see like these little flickers of these strange ribbon-like things that are sort of just floating all around. Oh, it is night, by the way, just for atmosphere. It's like dark to make it cooler.
So like does it look similar to the jellyfish stuff, or is it something different?
I mean, it's similar, but it is definitely not the same thing. I'll say that. There are several
like all around
of them around. It's not like it's hundreds of them all around that would be noticed, but at various points around.
Keep your eyes peeled, gang. Port side, starboard, bow, stern.
Port side, starboard, bow.
So you're pointing these things out to everybody?
Yeah.
Does Skizble understand the words that he's saying there? Just
What the fuck does that
gibberish.
mean?
Just
Oh yeah, and Skizble has these things are floating, so Skizble has no way to sense them. If there are some in the water as well, Skizble can't pick that out. Is anyone doing anything about them, or are you just still going on course with these things around?
Watching them carefully. I mean, I'll ask Mercury if he knows what they are, but I doubt it.
Looks at him, shakes his head, has not seen these things before.
I'm gonna ask Blob. Hey Blob, do you know what these things are?
Blob emerges, kind of like you can see. I was gonna say I'm squinting at them, but then I realized can squids do that? I don't know. Do squids have eyelids?
I can now.
Regardless,
magic squids can.
Magic squids can do whatever they want. So he kind of squints at them. He's not seen these before. No.
You know what? I'm gonna say that Momo and SG think the same thing. Is it possible this is their security system, that it's detecting, reaches out the tendrils to see if there's anything trying to sneak in?
I should note, I guess I'll note the length. They're not like massively long. They're probably like, they're not all identical, but they're probably like 4-ish feet in length on average.
Interesting. And they're not in the water, they're in the fog.
Yeah, they are in the sky.
In the sky.
There could be some in the water, but you have no way of knowing. You can see them in the sky, but that's
Right.
what you've got right now. And also, yes, the kill is gone, but he'll...
And is it still foggy?
Let's say it is foggy for atmosphere purposes, but not... Yeah, it is
like a normal amount of
normal
fog.
amount of nighttime ocean fog to make it spooky. It is not magical 1-foot visibility fog.
Sailing on the water in silence. with
Going
creepy
towards the
things in
evil
air.
supervillain fortress.
Of course.
Hearing those weird like ooh, in the background.
I just tried to tell Mercury, maybe try to steer clear of those tendrils.
He nods, very, he agrees with you, but there are a lot of them. And I'll say good bid, you got a good enough roll on the perception check. You do see one of them seems to be starting to drift towards you from, I guess, let's say the port side. I'm saying that arbitrarily so you know where it is and can react, but port side.
Good. Port side. Do I just blow it to smithereens? I'm gonna cast. How close is it exactly? Or is it just definitely getting closer?
Let's just say it's getting closer until you do something.
Until it's about 30 feet away, I will cast fear
Okay, read
on
me
it.
the exact description of that.
And so it'll be a wisdom save. You project a phantasmal image of a creature's worst fear. Each creature in a 30-foot cone must succeed a wisdom saving throw or be frightened for the duration, which is up to 1 minute.
super high wisdom, right?
While frightened, a creature must take the dash action and move away from
Okay,
you.
let me pull up an exact. Yeah, okay. I wasn't expecting this thing to have super high wisdom.
And it's 17.
It definitely
now.
fails. You start to. I have curiosity. Is the projection that you make visible to everybody, or is it like a psychic thing that only that thing can see?
What is a good question?
Okay.
I think it's a psychic thing that appears
That's what
like
I thought
in their
it was. I
mind's
wasn't sure,
eye.
In that case, then
Yeah.
no one else sees anything happen. However, it does start drifting away faster.
Okay. All right.
Good.
So they are conscious.
I
They
got
can
nothing to
think.
say.
They do have fears. That's something.
Yeah. And at this point, I'm making an effort to talk quietly on the boat. Be like, well, they can be scared away. So that's good for us. I gotta remember to mark down that.
You know what? Roll an insight check. Good bid specifically, because of something
Okay.
he just said.
Okay.
Insight check. I'll give you
Insight, you
advantage.
said?
And you'll get
Oh,
why.
let's
if you get it.
go.
21 is fine.
21.
Since you got the 24, you were the one that stopped the thing. You've been kind of watching these, monitoring, and you also did just specifically note that you're trying to talk quietly. It does seem like these things might possibly be sound reactive.
I can't just reach into SG's mind without her
I mean,
reaching
you can
into
wave
mine
at her and like,
first,
point
can
at her
I?
head or something. I feel like that's doable.
Okay. And I'll tell SG to tell everybody that they seem to be attracted to sound, so to keep
Or
it.
they're
hush-
Oh,
sound
yes.
reactive.
I relay that to everyone, including Mercury.
So in that case, I'm going to have everybody make a stealth check. Now, note, this is not going to be an incredibly hard one because you're just kind of like standing there, but I am going to, we're going to see if anyone trips or anything like that.
Christ almighty.
Amy says, this is such a quiet party, I'm sure this will go well. And then immediately after you said that, immediately after Amy said that, Momo had that reaction. Did you get any?
I got a 17, but I saw what Panda rolled.
Oh, Panda's gone. I didn't realize
Oh, no, I
Panda
didn't see
left.
it.
I was looking. Okay, yeah, Panda like leaned. He's okay. What's that?
That's a 4.
Maybe this is how Skeezville died.
This is how Skeezville
Momo's
died.
quietly like,
If-
hey,
if Glib
they're
is-
reactive
if-
to sound, and Glib turned around. What?
If I mean that's a mistake by Glib. The first possibility is now here. Okay.
What did you say?
Good bid. What?
The first ever mistake Glib made.
Ever.
I'll have Mercury do this as well. He's fine. What did Skeezville and Good bid get? Just so I can.
Sorry, I didn't know we were doing this.
Oh yes, you got a stealth check.
I
for
got a
this.
dirty 20.
That is a 23.
So everyone, this is funny because if I remember correctly, SG has to tell everyone this individually. So I imagine she does Glib last. It's just like
Yeah.
she tells Skeezville nods. She tells Good bid nods. She tells Mercury nods. She tells Glib, huh?
What?
Echoes.
You're
Huh?
talking quiet,
yeah.
I can't hear you.
Several of these strange things start, from all sides, once again start drifting towards the ship.
Oh, sound reactive.
Oh, God.
Fuck. You should have said that.
I psychic glance Glib. No, I don't.
You just chunk Glib off the boat and hope the splash distracts him.
Oh my
Okay.
gosh.
All right.
Let's say there are like 6
How
of them
reactive.
that you can see heading for the ship right now.
Oh.
I'm gonna do something cheeky, if you'll
Let's
let
hear
me.
it.
I would like to go to the port side starboard, whatever works, and cast Shatter as far away as I can from the
Okay,
boat,
smart.
because it creates a loud thunder that can be heard for like
Okay. Yeah, smart.
far away.
So you do that. You're not casting it like on anything. Out of. Okay,
No,
I was
I'm
gonna
not
say,
trying to
are
hit
you
it in.
Are you casting it just there, or are you actively casting it at a point where it will not hit any of the creatures? Does that make sense? Okay.
Will not
So
hit
you're
any of the
casting it
creatures.
in
I'm not
empty
trying to
space.
disrupt.
Okay, smart. Good call.
Yes.
So, at this does seem to work. The creatures turn away and start heading towards the sound. That said, let's say two of them were on the other side of the ship because you cast it on a side. So two of them are still kind of going past the ship at the moment. So I'm going to need everybody to make another stealth check as they sort of float overhead. As they float overhead, before that happened, actually, we'll do that after. So, yeah, everyone do another stealth check. Goodbit has gotten most of them off.
16.
But...
Oh,
That's 16. Glid put his...
will a 28 do it?
All right.
22.
That is
A nat 20
good.
plus 8, 28.
that is an 11.
Okay.
Goodbit ain't playing around. He's like...
all of you are... Yeah, okay, so all of you quiet down as these things are floating kind of gently overhead. Looking up at them, they float very slowly, very gracefully. They kind of really are just like very thin sort of like ribbons. They're definitely organic in some nature. They move like they are living creatures. But they're kind of shiny, like sort of reflective scales kind of flickering in the light. And as you guys are watching them, you hear a crash from behind you as Mercury has stepped and kicked over like a crate with his wooden leg. Because I did also roll for him, and he did not get a good roll. So, you guys heard of a gulper eel? You guys know what a gulper eel is?
A little?
Okay, let me get a picture of a gulper eel in the.
It's not a
No,
cute
no,
creature.
it's not.
I
Let me get a
mean,
picture of a
man.
gulper eel in the chat real quick. This
Don't
is
look
this
it
is
up.
perfect. So, let me save this image, and again,
Oh,
podcast people, you're just gonna have to Google this yourself, but you can pause it and then Google gulper eel. But if you're in the stream right now, I will give you the image. Hold on one second. Let me
That
just replace
is
my. Oh shoot! What did it say? That there it is. Let's just slap that there. It's gonna be really big, so get ready for a big thing to appear on your screen. There's your jump scare warning. So this is a gulper eel. At hearing Mercury's
Yeah, I hate
loud
that.
sound that he made, the ribbons turn, and one end of each of them suddenly opens and expands into a massive maw that lets out, each of them let out a piercing shriek in his direction. Everyone make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh,
I don't know why you would ever jump con.
it seemed like a good idea at level 5.
It's a 13 pass.
Okay.
The 13 pass.
I'm waiting for everybody. What was Skeezvol's?
18.
18. Oh, I heard 8. And Goodbid, what did you get? Okay. So oh wait, you said 3. I did not. Okay. Goodbid, these water monsters are really out for Goodbid specifically. Everyone else is able to sort of you're okay as these things, you're able to cover your ears very quickly. Goodbid, however, you are deafened temporarily, at least. You think temporarily. And you are going to take 10 damage. Actually, wait, there's 2 of them.
Right.
I'll be nice. 12 damage.
Right.
And you are and you are deafened.
Between the fog and this, how are you feeling?
Goodbid just like you guys fight a lot of Goodbid's generally not too unlucky against but monsters, man, the bugs. Goodbid's not good with monsters.
I literally opened up this campaign saying Goodbid is shook, and the dice heard me. I shouldn't
these
have said
things
that.
are
This
now
is gonna be some metagaming
floating
right here,
towards you.
fuckers.
And because they screamed very loud and alerted all of the other ones, the others are all now coming towards you as well. Mercury kind of gives you all a look for saying, so are we giving up this stealth approach then? I can make this thing go faster if we don't care about noise.
Faster.
Yeah. Speaking of loud noises, kind of understanding that the stealth approach has failed, Mercury kind of pats the side of Skyskimmer's deck, and the ship starts going much faster, actually kind of making a wake as the boat is able to go incredibly quickly. However, you are now notably being chased by many of these Screech eels, as I call them. You are being chased by many of these Screech eels towards the island.
Can I try and do something that's going to
Great.
distract them? I'm gonna cast Thunderclap behind them.
Yes, that would work.
Yes.
Because a thunderous burst can be heard for up to 100 feet. I don't need it to damage them. I just need them to hear it so they go away.
Yeah. So I don't think that has to necessarily be because you're just casting it on a point.
Yeah.
Yeah. So okay, there doesn't have to be any rules or anything for that. Good use of spells for combat spells in non-combat situations. Good job, guys. I'm proud of you. But yeah. At this, several of the creatures now sort of in full attack mode again. Their part of their ribbon bodies quickly expands into the mouth again, lets out more shrieks in the direction of the thunderclap. But they do start heading towards that as it does overwhelm the sound of Sky Skimmer. But regardless, even though you are not being actively pursued, if you are correct and this is some sort of security system, element of surprise is probably gone. There have been several, thunder bursts. The Screech eels have screamed multiple times. Anyone on the island has likely heard this. But
that's fair.
You are able to make it to the island regardless.
Great.
Oh, I just realized really is fucked up by showing us what his God-Cursed look like, because I could replicate that and disguise myself as one.
The moment we reach shore, Skeezville is running off the boat and onto the land.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
People are fucking crazy. Stop putting me on boats and shit.
Yeah.
Suddenly, his ability to see is great, and he's happy.
I want to point out too. This is probably the first time Skeezville's been on a relatively small island, so I'm still gonna say your tremor sense is probably still acting up a little bit.
I mean, and islands they don't just float. I assume in your world.
It's
rock.
It is flat Earth. No, it's rock, but you're standing on what looks like rocks. Well, that was a very weird way of saying you're standing on a rocky shore. There are still it's pretty small, so there are waves kind of crashing up around the whole thing. 6
miles. I thought the whole world was 6 miles long. I think I'm fine.
Regardless, I'm gonna say for the purposes of I'm gonna say your sense is still maybe acting up a little bit because of the crashing. That way you have 2 people in the party who have bad senses right now, because Goodbid's still deafened.
Yeah, great.
Wait, how long is he deafened for?
And actually, on this note, this seems like another good time to do this. I'm going to do this, a couple more times necessarily. History check again.
God damn it. Who even cares about the absence? Let me forget.
And Glib, you do have to roll this one. Your nat 20 carried you through.
That is that is a dirty 20.
Let me go again. So, Skeezville, memories are still shaky, but present. SG. You don't remember anything about it at this point. The memories of the thing itself are gone, though its effects remain. Glib?
14.
Yeah,
Glib, memories are starting to be shaky. Goodbid, gone. Mm-hmm.
Question: I don't remember the absence, but do I remember leaving a piece of Kermit on an altar?
Yeah, you could use for clarity's. Basically, you remember the absence sort of in the way that Ezekiel described it, because that that's also the only description you remember, is that there is a thing here. And somehow, secrets have some sort of power. You don't really know how, but, secrets do something. Mm-hmm. That's why he was being so cryptic, is because, for some magical reason that, again, the characters don't know, but the players know, memories of this thing leave. So that's why he was being cryptic. He did not know. He does not have the memories.
I don't know if you'll let me do this, but I think SG would still have the memory of being I think this is a good idea, and putting
that's you remember
down. Okay.
Everything that you did, you remember. You just don't remember details about the thing that was involved. So that's a very good point, is you remember leaving this thing, but there's no reason why.
I remember leaving it. I remember being this will work.
Sort of a thing that can come back later and help with the memory. So yes, you do remember that. And I guess I should. Skeezville and Glib still have the shaky memories. It's only totally gone for SG and Goodbid. But again, none of you are aware that this is happening at the moment. If there's something that triggers, if you as players run into a situation that you think is this could believably trigger some sort of memory thing that could activate it, let me know and we can go through that. But none of the characters know actively.
Okay.
So right now you are on the small shore. There's rock stairs leading up to this castle thing.
Cool.
We need to do this.
Tremor sense. Can I sense anything about the castle?
Again, and kind of your tremor sense, since this is a small island with waves crashing up against it from all sides, is still a little bit shaky. I will give you that the castle seems to be built directly into the island. You can't really get anything like below it because of the water, but you can sense up, and the castle does seem to be built in. It is not built on top of. It is like carved into it as part of it.
Okay, interesting.
I assume everybody knows that I'm deaf.
If you've communicated it, I mean, if you can, yeah, you can communicate it to somebody.
I mean, you can speak, right?
Yeah, he can talk.
Yeah. Just scream.
What?
I'm dead.
I can't hear you.
It doesn't matter if you're deaf. If I'm telepath, if I can speak to you in your mind.
I imagine the interaction goes
at.
something like Goodbid shouts, "I'm deaf," and then Glib goes, "No, I'm the god of death."
No, I'm deaf.
What? No, I'm deaf.
Goodbid's got a ringing in his ears from the Screech eels. I should also note they are still sort of like out in the water, floating around. Once they got to the source of Glib's thunderclap, and there was nothing there. Like, they're all closer than they were. They seem to be patrolling the area, so I wouldn't necessarily start screaming a ton. But they're not actively coming towards you at the moment.
Okay, good to know. Good to know.
I do want to say something in everyone's mind. I want to say, like, there must be a reason why Aurelius doesn't just come out and fight us himself if he thinks he's so strong. He would have just cornered us at the, oh my gosh, where were we? The castle, and just, like, fought us there. But he always just kind of had someone else try to take us out. So there must be a reason why he doesn't just do it himself.
Because he's a wimp.
He wants to toy with us.
Yeah, I think it's a game he wants to play.
Someone in chat is saying, yeah, I wish Aurelius was more underpowered because he only got his powers before the characters by like a week. Let me do my work, chat. I know what I'm doing. They haven't talked to Aurelius for extended periods of time yet.
Yeah, we don't really know Aurelius.
You haven't talked to him yet. That's this episode maybe, or next episode.
He does this thing where he just, like, runs away, so why don't we just chase him for once?
I think that's kind of what we're doing.
That is kind of what you're doing right now.
Yes, let's just...
Where are we?
So do we bother even stealthing, or do we just walk up and be like, Aurelius, come out wherever you are?
Aurelius, we showed up like you asked. Please be back.
Pull up if you want smoke.
I just imagine because the kid looks like you're holding a shotgun. Like, we came like you asked.
Hey man, he's still in there?
Is that what you're doing? I mean, you can. You got the choice.
I don't know if I want to do that. I don't know if that's such a good plan.
Feels like a bad idea. I mean, we should probably stealthily head inside the creepy tower or castle.
Yeah.
Are you going up the stairs into what seems like the front, or are you looking around for some sort of other entrance?
I mean, it wouldn't hurt to look around.
Yeah, because I feel like he wouldn't expect us to come through the front
might as well.
door. He would expect us to go through the back one, so we might as well go through the
Just
front
knock.
door.
Hey.
Yeah, let's
Really?
just walk right
Just-
in.
Just to walk in.
All right, so you're just going in.
We're
Stealthily.
strolling.
Really?
Sick. You can. So you're
Just
going there.
walking
first.
in.
Okay, let me.
Can we do it? Like, can we roll stealth and we walk through the front door secretly?
Yeah, I mean you can. I don't know how that would work necessarily. Okay, roll stealth, and then we'll see what you roll, and I'll decide what happens. That's how this game works.
Group stealth.
Oh, wait, that's right. Someone just reminded me. I still have
You
Baldric.
do still have a gun. You
Gun.
never gave that back.
I got a 27.
I
I got a
not.
16.
Oh,
We're
we're
stealthing
stealthing.
through the front door, so
This is like the second time we've ever stealthed.
Okay.
11.
those are not the worst rolls, except the DC for walking through the front door sneakily is pretty damn high. But regardless, that doesn't actually matter at this point, because what happens, you go up the stairs to the front entrance to this fortress. But as you go through, there's sort of like an archway that leads into a courtyard of sorts before you go into the actual fortress proper. And inside this courtyard is a garden. However, this garden is very strange. Instead of the plants that you would expect to see in a garden like this, It is full of like mushrooms, molds, mosses, things like that. Larger than normal, very twisted, distorted. And standing in the kind of like off to the side, like not blocking your path directly, just kind of standing there, is the Warforged that you saw in Raelius's kind of team showcase that he did. Just standing there, kind of like head tilted, not moving.
Is he looking at us?
No.
Okay.
Can I disguise myself as Barry? I really want this exchange.
You can disguise yourself as Barry.
Hello, fellow Warforged. How are you doing?
The Warforged.
Hold on, pause, hold up. Does SG just think that people stroll up into this fucking evil cave?
Well, if
I have a plan. I have a plan. I have
Okay.
a plan. Like, I tell everyone telepathically, this is good plan.
I should note
Trust
too.
me. Hello,
this is-
fellow Warforged. I am new recruit, god of metal. I was not previously metal, and I am upset about it.
I should note too, this is not, like, if you're disguised as Barry, Barry is like very solid silver color because he's been, like, the metal that he was made of is transmuted. This Warforged is also metal, but looks more like normally built, is not a solid color, like, silver Fortnite skin variant. As you approach this Warforged, again, which is also the mushrooms of, and decay and everything are all up on this guy. The Warforged very slowly creaks its head up and looks at you. And then, with, like, very, very, like, kind of restricted mouth movements, just squeaks out, "Help me."
Well, I thought this is why I was recruited here, because
I just want to check something. I am assuming, and correct me if I'm wrong, that everyone else is standing outside of the courtyard and SG has gone in alone. Okay, I just wanted to make sure.
So, Barry rolls up with the three of us and we just don't say anything.
Okay. So
Yeah, it's like, yes, I was previously not metal, and now I am. I thought this is why I was brought here by Raelius, our leader.
are you holding out your hand to like shake? I saw you. Okay.
For him to shake, yeah.
The Warforged, though, seems to have some trouble moving. Like, you see kind of it reel back a little bit. Don't touch me.
Is it the mushrooms that are your ailment,
Very,
sir?
very slow nod.
How can I help?
It's kind of hard to get an expression from this. Roll an insight check, because Warforged, it's probably going to be kind of hard to get an expression read on it, especially when tone is going to be hard to tell. 21.
21.
The expression that you kind of, it doesn't say anything, but you just sort of get like an air of desperation from this thing. Like, it doesn't really know how it needs to be helped, but it just is asking for any sort of way out.
Ooh. Oh, that's a great question. What can I do?
I feel kind of bad for this thing.
I feel
God
bad.
cursed.
I just don't know how to help it.
You can I'll give you this since you're looking at it up close. You can see, like, the mushrooms, fungus, mold, etc. Like, they seem to be kind of choking the thing's joints, so it's, like, very difficult for it to move, things like that. Which probably is the image that everyone had in their minds anyway, but just for the sake of description.
Well, is Raelius not helping you? That is what he told me when he recruited me as well.
The creature, well, not the
Really
the
sticking to that
Warforged.
bit, aren't you?
It pauses again and then squeaks out, "He doesn't care about me."
Because you are sick?
I think kind of like slowly. It pauses for a second, not really sure how to necessarily answer that, but then sort of nods.
What if I told you there was a way I could help?
I mean, given that that's what it asked you for, it just kind of like looks at you.
SG is aggravating.
Help me. What if I told you I could help? Like, what?
That wouldn't be
this
the
is
point.
so hard. I don't. I'm trying to see if this would. I don't know what to do because I don't think polymorphing
everyone
this
else
thing
can
will
insight
help.
if you want, guys, because I'm assuming you're kind of watching this from a distance.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That is
You don't get anything from this, but that's fair. I don't think you would, lore-wise.
21.
21's good. Good bid.
Not one.
Okay, good bid. Good bid is still looking
Hi.
out over the ocean looking for more monsters. Good bid hates
Yeah.
these monster
Damn.
fish and is watching them for them constantly. Glib, though, maybe you get the sense that like SG's probably not equipped to find this out. Maybe Blob could possibly help.
Okay. Shit. SG, are you
Oh, also,
Hold
yeah,
on,
Good
which
Bid's
one of us
deaf,
has
so Good Bid
invisibility?
hasn't heard any of this interaction. That's why he got a 1.
Good bit has
Okay.
invisibility.
Are you still mentally connected to Goodbid, or have you stopped?
Of course.
I'm gonna try and have a conversation to Goodbid through SG and be like, hey, I'm gonna send Blob up there. Can you cast invisibility on him so that he can get a read on this situation?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna send Blob up there to get a read.
Can I Arcana check this thing?
You can. I'll just go ahead and say, as the DM, if Blob is going to scan it, you don't need to. So you go and you send out Blob. Good bit cast invisibility, all of that goes fine. Blob goes out, scans the thing, and then comes back with a sort of horrified look on his face. Goes,
Don't like that.
The Warforged isn't the god. The fungus itself is.
Oh!
Yeah.
It's using the
That-
Warforged like a
It's a
host to move itself
parasite.
around.
Oh, so that's why Rayleigh doesn't give a shit about him. Interesting.
Yeah, Rayleigh doesn't care about the host. He only cares about the god itself. Oh,
That
Blob
makes
also
sense.
tells you that this is the first god that you have encountered from the life domain.
Oh!
Oh.
Oh, and I'll go into it is decay.
So do
It
I
is the
think-
god of decay, and it is life domain.
It's terrifying that decay is in the life domain, but okay.
It's part of the ecosystem.
That is technically part of the ecosystem. I can't see that, so...
I told my
All right.
Discord that this episode has the most unique god that you've seen so far, and this is it.
Can I ask
I
the
assume
Warforged
that
something?
through the SG network, you guys communicate all this information.
I go into the mind of the Warforged, like telepathically, and say, "Do you want me to release you?"
It like begs you to.
I feel so bad about doing this, but at point blank range, I'm gonna do 3 levels of Scorching Ray.
Okay.
I'm trying to burn the. Actually, before I do that, can I do True Strike on the whatchamacallit,
Yeah.
the fungus?
What
So
is-
that's basically like
I
gives
forget.
me
Is that a
insight into
save
their
or
defenses.
anything? Okay, I didn't.
there's
I
no
didn't- I
save.
didn't think
I don't
so.
think there is a
I didn't
save
think
for
so.
it.
I
I think it
just
just
wanted to be sure.
happens.
So, best you can tell,
No.
I mean, this is a very new type of thing. You've never seen anything like this before. Sort of much like yourself, it does seem like it is a fungal network. Like it's not. It seems you can kind of get a sense that it is more intelligent since it has been empowered, but like it is. I mean, fungus technically isn't plants, but for all intents and purposes, it is plant-like, and any weaknesses that it would have would be, again, plant-related. You can treat it as a plant.
Because I'm trying to see. Because I know, like, what I know about fungus is that very few can survive in extreme temperatures. So either extreme cold or extreme heat should.
Yeah, I'm
like,
gonna say
do
too, and
double
again,
damage on
I
this
acknowledge that fungus is, I say you treat it as a plant for simplicity. It is a magically empowered normal fungus. So any weakness that a fungus,
so fire should damage it.
any
quite a
weakness
bit.
that a regular fungus, which for this purpose is very similar to a plant, should work.
I do want to
Scorching Ray?
Scorching Ray it. That's does a
23 does.
23
it's not
hit? Okay. Does a
24 hit.
24 hit? Oh my god. Does 17 hit?
Standing right in front of you and not moving. I wasn't even going to make you roll, and then you did anyway before I could tell you not to.
Oh, okay. So it takes all the fire damage
You
and
didn't
nothing.
roll damage yet. Yeah, that was just roll the hit.
Oh, that's why you were saying it's not moving.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, that wasn't a
makes
damage
sense.
roll. That was rolled to hit. I was like, it's standing right in front of you. You're good.
I didn't have to roll the hit. I
Yeah,
just got it.
yeah.
I
I
got
was
what
like,
you were saying.
it was not tanking it. She was rolling to hit on an immobile thing 1 foot in front of her. It's not hard to hit that.
12. Wow, 12 plus 7
19.
is 19. 19 points
For
of
all
fire
three?
damage. Yeah, it's a 2d6 of fire damage. I thought it
is
did more than
it's
that. I don't know
2d6
why.
for each ray, though. Yeah, okay, so that makes... Okay, regardless. You fire blast this Warforged at point-blank range. The fungus on it starts to burn up and burn away. However, I won't even make you roll a perception check for this. You notice that before the fungus can spread further, it is pretty much clearing this Warforged effectively. The fungus at the base of the creature moves back so that the fire cannot spread. As I, the DM, would like to remind you, you are in an entire garden of this stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, I just after I did that, I'm just like, shit. I am standing in a garden of fungus.
I'm gonna need you to make a dex save.
Yeah, I realized my mistake.
Yeah, that was probably one of the biggest screw-ups of this campaign, maybe. Because you are in the center of this thing, and you just aggroed it with no one else around. Yeah.
Yeah.
Might be the time for the death god to help when fighting the lightning.
Yeah.
I'm gonna roll up as I see the fire show up and it recedes.
Yeah.
Like, oh shit!
I'll give everyone a reaction, but a 5 is. I'll tell you this: 5 was not enough. The rest of the players can have a reaction, and then something is going to happen.
That's fine. That's fine. I feel like I deserve whatever is coming to me because this was a really stupid idea.
Maybe not the best of decisions that has been made.
Yeah, this is a bad idea.
I have absolutely
What does the
nothing to
reaction
help.
count as?
What
can I
this?
I mean, you can do... In this case, it's kind of open-ended since this is technically non-combat. You can just kind of, do a thing.
Can I do 2 things?
What do you want to do? This is... In this scenario, since I'm kind of playing this loosely, tell me what you want to do, and I'll tell you if it's allowable.
Teleport to SG and then take her with me and teleport away.
Let me think about the mechanics of how fast this would happen. You know what? Actually, let me roll a check for the fungus, and I'll counter that. You know what? Here's what I'll do. Roll a dexterity check, Skeezvol, to see if... And I'm going to basically counter the dexterity check with the fungus to see if you beat it in speed. I'm winging this as a DM mechanically, but that sounds fair.
That was an 11 on dexterity.
Is that with your bonus?
Yeah, and with my advantage too.
You do not get there in time. So
Fair.
by the time you teleport to, everyone, Glib and Goodbid can still try to do something if they would like.
I don't think this is going to kill me in one go.
By the way, I just wanted Mercury is. I'm going to say Mercury is still with the ship unless you need him. This is kind of retconning, but since I forgot to mention this, since there are active threats on the water, Mercury is staying with the ship to monitor it. If you need him, you can call him because he's not that far away, but he is not actively with you, especially since there is danger on the water that he wants to be prepared for. Back to current scenario.
I don't really have anything to
wait on. Is it just forestry and fungus on the ground, or what does the whole rest of the area look like?
You are in a large stone-walled courtyard. Again, this fortress is pretty much directly built into the surface of the island, and it is a large, probably easily 30 feet by 30 feet minimum. with a pathway through the center, and SG's in the middle of it. Other than the pathway in the center, which is mostly clear, there are mushrooms and fungus and everything pretty tall, and they also kind of extend up onto the walls, like sort of, lichen growing up.
But is there a ceiling?
There is not a ceiling. It is open air.
Great. Can I cast Fly on SG?
You can cast Fly on her, and I will let her re-roll the Dex check because she did technically already fail the Dex check. So
that is true.
I will let Fly give her an extra shot at it, but I'm not going to have it be an auto success.
Would you describe?
Come on. All right.
A 21.
That's a 21.
Okay. So yeah, that was a good play from Goodbid because Goodbid just saved you from a very not good fate.
Yeah, if that didn't work, I would have just cast reverse gravity on myself and gone.
What if I'm not paying attention at all? To just oh
yeah.
My thing is going to be to cast protection from evil and good, because I'm assuming that thing's an elemental, and I'm like, all right, it's fungus, so I'm going to fucking work with this.
She true striked it, right? I will give you a note.
Did.
Since you did that, because this would be something that, for note, if you want to try that again, decay in this is neutral. Mm-hmm. It is a neutral thing, because again, it's not good, but it's not good. It's not evil. It's just kind of it's an inevitability.
It's just something that happens. Okay.
So that is that would not have worked. But as this Warforged, as it the fungus on it burns up, the rest of it kind of quickly starts very quickly starts growing towards SG. But half a second before it reaches you, Goodbid's Fly spell takes effect, and you are able to shoot up out of its reach. I am going to need everyone else who is outside the courtyard to make a dexterity check as well, as this thing is currently looking for a new host. Not going to be as difficult as
Did I kill its previous host?
The host is on fire at the moment, so it's at least not viable right now. It has not been long enough for you to see what happened. Like this has all happened in the span of like 3 seconds. But
okay.
Yeah, everyone else.
12.
A 12.
I also got a 12.
Nathan looks
19.
Okay, you look scared. All right. I was good roll.
I got good dex.
Okay, so all of you are able to jump back far enough. It doesn't seem to be looking very very hard. And it sort of, having expanded, it definitely has expanded, but it calms down its active searching and kind of settles back into the same position. It is harder, I should say, for those outside the courtyard, the entrance has been more overgrown, so it's harder for you guys to see inside. SG, you see the body of the Warforged has not moved. It is still smoldering as the fungus that is on its internals is burning up. But that's kind of all you see. Is the fungus has overgrown more in its search, but there is a notable sort of absent sphere around this burning Warforged.
All right.
Well.
Hey guys, I think I might have made massive error.
Yeah, that was not
really.
You are lucky that the party had good reactions there, or that might have led to a death.
Thanks for the save, Goodbid. I am now in your debt once again.
I like it that way. Try not to blow yourself up.
Oh.
Again.
Okay, so good news. I think I might have killed the Warforged, who is suffering greatly. Bad news, this whole room is the god.
I'm sorry, what did you just say?
The whole room, all of the mushrooms you see, the mushrooms are the god. Like, kind of like hive mind massive things. So I don't think we can win this battle. I don't see how we could possibly.
Pull out 2 axes because it's just like, we chop it all.
We chop it all. That's good idea in theory. However, I did kill its previous host, so it is trying to look for another one. So, Skizville, you're kind of the only one without god powers. I do think you will be a massive target.
Hand axes back away.
just put those back.
Flying lane.
Like, I love the enthusiasm. But I don't think that's gonna work. Thank you.
Yes.
Well, I could How big is
I
this
said
room?
like minimum 30 feet by 30 feet. I'll stick with that. It's not massive, but it's also not tiny.
Okay. Nuke this place.
I could nuke it.
Honestly, Glib, I think that's a good idea. We just can't let the thing touch us because it will seemingly take over our body and enact paralysis type thing.
Are we all willing to make
And
that
we will
concept?
pray for death.
The player,
I am not on the ground, so I don't see how I could
the
possibly
player
be hit.
Ezekiel is worried, but I think logically feasible. This is
this makes
time
sense,
for Cyclone of Death when we're hitting.
It's
Caesar's just gonna wait outside.
All right. I think this is a bad idea, but it feels like our only idea. Does anyone have any objections to me nuking this entire room?
I'll tell you whether
Is it like an area of effect on the
Yeah,
ground,
It
or
is
like,
a 60-foot radius.
like does that
Yes,
count
it's a
as up as
60-foot
well?
circle. It is a circle of
But
death.
you can fly wherever, as long as I.
And I won't be affected, right? Because I'm not touching
It doesn't,
the
You
ground.
would
it
have
doesn't
to get
affect
out
the
of the
ground.
range. You would have
it's
to-
a ball. It is a ball of death all around me.
you
Oh, then I think I would
yeah,
just
you
like
have
fly out
you
the
have
door.
fly. You
and
can
wait
just
outside.
leave. There's no ceiling on this. It's a courtyard.
Oh, okay. So I'll just fly above the
Yeah.
60 feet
Yes.
here.
Okay. Anyone, anybody who doesn't want to die, start getting 60 feet away from me now. And I'm gonna cast Circle of Death.
All right.
That's a con save of 17.
Okay. It fails.
Good. All right.
Good.
And read me the exact text of this spell just for my note, because this is a huge thing, and you might be getting some of the castle in it.
Damage increase. Okay, I'm casting it as a 7th level spell, by the way.
Okay.
A sphere of negative energy ripples out in a 60-foot radius sphere from a point within range. Each creature in that area must make a Constitution saving throw. A target takes 8d6 necrotic damage on a failed save. If you cast it as a 7th level or higher, the damage increases by 2d6 for each slot above the 6th. That means that it is going to be taking 10d6 of necrotic damage.
All right. Roll your damage.
Yeah.
This will
could
be
go wrong?
interesting.
It's a great plan.
The
I'm
suspense.
very
Give me a
excited.
second. Alright, that is going to be...
Someone in chat said Matt's smiling too much. Oh.
That's
am
going to
I?
be 43 damage on the thing.
So, once everybody is at a safe distance, Glib casts his mega death nuke, and you watch as, with a strange, kind of otherworldly, kind of shrieking, hissing sound, all of the fungus and mold and everything in the area starts to wither away. However, two things happen. One, it does make a loud, shrieking, hissing sound, which might attract the Screech eels from the water. Two, I'm gonna need everyone to make a Constitution saving throw as this thing dies and bursts into fucking spores.
Well, how far is
You
that area of
nuked a
effect?
30 by 30 foot square of mushrooms. It's big.
That's fair. That's fair.
Come
That is a-
on!
Are you sure it isn't a dex save?
How you're gonna combat roll out of the air?
26.
We'll go around. Skeezville, what'd you get?
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Man, if you gotta die by Glib's mistake, you keep making up for it. SG 26. Glib
26.
That's going to be an 8.
8. And good bid.
There is something rigged tonight. I don't know what's going on with these con saves.
That's not a nat
It's
one.
not a nat
Okay.
1, but it is a 3.
Here's I'm gonna
Just go
scare
digital
everyone
dice.
so much more by saying something that's the opposite of what's expected. All of you kind of have like a coughing fit. Nothing else happens.
All of us? I made it. I got a 26.
All
Are you
I have
fucking
said is that
kidding me?
everyone coughs as the air fills with stuff. That's all that you guys know.
Am I still deaf?
All right.
You are still deaf. Yeah, that should
Great.
probably that'll probably wear off soon, but it's not yet. It hasn't been that long. It's been like 10 minutes.
Oh my
Okay.
god.
This could be worse.
It's not great.
Oh, this could not be worse.
not
Actually, it could not be worse.
I have not had a worse day.
I think it would only make sense if we all swallowed a little bit of fire just to make sure nothing
Time for a
could
juice
attach
cleanse.
to our
Does
system.
anybody have some acid just around that we could ingest?
I think I do have chromatic orb where I could just, if you just open your mouth, I could just make a small sphere of fire or acid just to burn the shit out of your stomach. Anyone have a mind flayer
handy? If you shoot a ball
handy?
of acid into someone's mouth, it's coming out the back of their skull. That's
Yeah.
not going to go down the throat. That's not how that works.
And I feel like if we all just took a shot of Icar, it would only make things
Yeah, I
even
think
worse.
so. I don't think that drinking the thing that had all of the people be monsters is the plan here.
And did anyone pick up Greater Restoration?
Is this
At
a
all?
loud conversation
No.
that we're having? Oh. No,
This
but,
is
like, in-game, we're
a
doing
mental
this.
con.
I would assume that this is a conversation you're having in game. Maybe, I don't know. You can
Yes.
while you don't know who, if anyone, was affected by this, you can tell that it burst into spores and there's something gross in the air. Like that's obvious from
Then
what happened.
as SG is naming spells, Skeezable is just offering random weapons he has.
Hey,
He's like,
wait
"Did
a
anyone
minute.
forget?"
Hey,
no,
Matt?
Huh?
I'm dead. I
Yeah.
don't breathe.
But it's a
Oh,
life
okay,
shot.
noted.
Okay, do I still cough?
No, I forgot you don't breathe, so you don't inhale it. No.
Okay, cool. So everyone else is coughing, and I'm like, y'all good? Everything all right? That's a no.
I just
Okay.
want to point out too, because everyone's
Glib, I think
coughing does not necessarily mean that it has infected you. It might have, but like
yeah.
maybe you cough it and you cough it out before it takes root. It's stuff in the air. Who knows who it infected or didn't?
Yeah. Maybe the DC was 2.
Glib, I think to be safe,
Yeah,
you should just bite all of us, turn all of us into vampires.
It could have been a thing where it's like immediate death on nat 1 and only that. Maybe you're fine otherwise. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows?
I don't
don't know.
believe you.
Someone asked if Skeezable knows something happened, and I would say Skeezable's still like just blind.
Yes.
Hearing a giant explosion and then feeling the air fill with toxin and coughing is gonna fill in enough of the gaps for him.
Yeah.
All right, can we just like take a shot of Glib's
I don't
skin
know if this
slug?
is a great idea.
You
think I'd
can
rather
lick
die.
Glib if
It's
you would
only
like.
acidic enough to burn fabric. It doesn't actually burn.
I'm also. I want to point out, guys. I don't know how I don't think licking acid is gonna purge your digestive system. Like that's just not how
No.
that works.
I don't think that's gonna do much.
All right, all of us throw up. Everybody throw
Induced
up.
vomiting.
Yeah, actually, can we do that?
How do I not have Ray of Cygnus? That would actually really be
Has it
helpful right now.
Dissipated, or is it still just in the air? around us?
It's dissipating slowly. So
All right. Can I make myself throw up?
Well, this is not good news because you know
Um,
what we should know. We do know that anytime a god dies, we see a massive ray of light shoot up into the sky. So it is alive, and it's just in
that's a very
at
good
least
point
one
that
of
Momo
us.
just made. You did not see the energy
Yeah.
go anywhere, which usually it does.
Oh god.
If this is, and I want to actually everyone roll an insight check for 2 reasons, and I'll just lump them into one roll.
Okay. That is
Dirty 20.
I heard a dirty 20
Man!
from Goodbid.
That's a 7.
The 20 from Goodbid is in okay 22 and
22.
2 things. Number 1, a reminder that the Screech eels are probably coming in large numbers.
Yeah.
And 2,
Yep.
this is a fungus thing. Even if it's not necessarily taking root in any of your bodies, there's no reason why this thing couldn't have multiple colonies of itself.
Yeah.
This thing
I
could
say we just
exist
keep
in
pushing.
multiple instances.
It's actually every real life fungus in this realm is still this god. It is.
Entirely possible.
Entirely possible.
Don't give him
This is a
ideas,
satellite
Nikhil,
location.
damn it!
This is, I'll say it, this, you know what, this is, you can get this off your insight check too. For this thing to get life powers, it would have to come from an area nearby the life throne, which by the compass theory, you are not remotely near right now.
Well, we're at like some weird gathering of gods, though. Like,
True.
That's...
Well, yeah, but it's also a fungus. Like,
Yeah.
it's not like it got up and walked here normally. It uses
It had
hosts
a
to
host.
it uses hosts to transport, but it also has a garden. So my point is that it's not necessarily locked to this area. It could be very wide-ranging.
Okay.
As, you know, decay is. It could be like a thing that's kind of just present throughout places.
Yeah. I say we just keep it pushing.
All right,
Yeah.
on to the next
So-
room, it
Before we
seems.
croak.
Yeah, I agree.
I imagine Glade is...
Don't make croak jokes at me.
All right, do we have anyone that has been infected? If you do present signs of being the new god of, like, decay, do we have your permission to kill you?
No!
You can try.
I'm here to not die.
I literally cannot inhale him, period. So, if you try and kill me, then I know it's spite.
Hey, I swear to God, I hope you die somehow. You keep having weird vulnerabilities I didn't know about.
All right, no, I can't. Yeah, dude, I don't think. Listen, I don't mean to scare you. I don't mean to scare you more than you are already scared. I am already dead. There's not much that can get through to me because I am already dead twice over. So
you can't die at all? I would have turned out SG and be like, I really need you to come through with your other plan.
I'm really relying on you being able to do that shit, man.
I'm laughing because I do not remember what I said.
we spent
Don't
like
remember
10
what that
minutes
plan
talking
was.
about it.
Hey,
Your
what was the plan?
polymorph.
Oh, right.
Anyway.
Polymorph him.
As you guys head through, the Warforged, any signs of life from it, you don't get. You don't get any signs of life from it as you pass. Whether it was the fire or the death nuke or just somehow the absence of the god within its body, it does not seem alive anymore. Though you definitely have reason to believe that the real threat still is alive. You know, you killed the host, the symbiote's still out there, basically. But you enter the castle. You go through the courtyard. None of the dead fungus seems to pursue you at all. And you enter the main fortress. The door is open. Probably a bad sign.
Good sign.
You enter into a very,
Good sign.
very large, kind of like atrium. I guess that's technically the word. The inside of the building matches the architecture of the outside. It is very, very, very big. It is very overdramatic. No one seems to be in there, though.
Don't like that. Don't like that one bit.
Weird monster? You around?
Wait, Skeezville, did you just shout something?
Yeah.
You hear, sort of echoing throughout the large atrium and the hallways that are branching off of it, a very high-pitched, very creepy, very unhinged sort of giggle.
I think he's here.
It does not sound like Rayleigh.
I don't like this. I do not like this.
What do I fucking know? All
That's
I've seen of
fair.
Aurelius was a illusion that I didn't even know was
That's
like not him.
fair. That's fair. Never mind.
Actually, you didn't even
Yeah.
see that.
I did.
You didn't even see
because
that.
I did the perception roll and got like what they all looked like and that they were all bad.
Yeah, I
cursed.
messed.
and
And
then
he did
that-
because
oh,
I
okay.
messed up, and that's
Yeah.
that's fine.
So
Okay.
somehow Skeezville knows all about them, but could not.
And like canonically, I think in canon, one of us explained
It can be
everything
something
we're
like
seeing.
again. That was the DM forgot something, and so you got some free info from it. But it's very
That
easy
is
to
what
just
it
write
is.
off as yeah.
And just it was fine.
All right.
Oh, and I guess I should describe more of the room that you're in. There's, think of it as kind of a very, it's against stereotype. There's like a big grand sweeping, very edgy looking as everything is in here, staircase that is going up, kind of branching off into two sides. There are hallways that go off on either side, and then there's also another hall. Well, it seems like there's another hallway on the first floor, sort of behind and under the stairs. So there are 4 options. There's up to the second floor, left, right, and forward on the first floor. Because the sound was echoing, you cannot necessarily tell where it came from.
Can I, again, try and see if this tremor sense is ever helpful on this island, and see if I can detect anyone around this castle?
Yeah, you can tremor sense a little bit here. Because, again, the castle is, as I've said many times, built directly into, which is going to help your tremor sense. You kind of get the sense of, let's say on the second floor, running around in sort of a back hallway. You don't know the exact layout of the second floor, but with your tremor sense, you can get a general idea. Like very small feet kind of skittering along, and you get a general idea of where it is.
There's something on the second floor.
Something?
All right. Is there anything on this floor with us?
Not that you can feel.
Question is, does that mean we go to the second floor? Does that mean we avoid the second floor? How are we feeling today, gang?
I mean, why do we
don't
come
want to
here?
deal with these fucking god fucked anymore, alright? I want them dead. That is what I want. So I'm going to the second... I say we go to the second floor and fucking murder whatever the hell is up there.
Would the tiny feet running trigger the memory of the absence?
That's a good idea. Except you didn't feel that. That was Skeezvol that felt that. You did not hear it. You tremor sense felt that. Skeezvol did.
I have the shaky memories or whatever.
Then yes. Then you can make a history check to see if you can sort of get anything else.
Let's see here. That is a 17.
Okay. Your memories of it are restored. At the moment, you don't know that they were gone, but they are restored for now. You will have to continue making history checks when I deem fit.
Oh, so I just have it all back?
At the moment, yes, but again, you do not know that it was
different.
Yeah, that they were altered. But at the moment, yes, those memories are available to you from that. 17 was a good roll.
Okay.
So what you guys doing?
I guess we're kicking ass.
Okay. Which up the stairs then?
I'm saying we go up the stairs because I am done fucking dealing with these assholes. I want them dead.
I have to do a scary thing as a DM here. What order are you going up in?
I'm gonna say since I talked first, I'm gonna walk up first.
Yeah. Okay. So
I think I'm gonna go behind Goodbid, just kind of like cushion him. He's not having a good
as
time.
Glib is so Glib and Goodbid are the first two up.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll say that this happens as two of you get on. Both of you need to make a dex save.
I can do that. I can do that.
Oh boy.
That's a 17 for
sure
me.
You're the one who's
Goodbid's
gonna
fine.
die today, Skis?
Goodbid's
That's a
fine.
fucking 4.
4
If you
is
die, I'm golden. It's fine.
Yeah.
I go.
Oh, I got literally the lowest damage rolls possible. So you're good. So you're only going to take 2 damage from this Glib. So, but
Thank you.
as you go up the stairs, you step up. On like the 3rd step, you feel a very slight clicking. And suddenly, jets of flame from either banister shoot out across as you hear a maniacal high-pitched cackle from the stairs. Goodbid dodges out first, and Glib, you just kind of get like a little scorched as your reflexes were good enough.
I like get hit. Fuck! God damn it! Oh, you know what we could say? We could say I threw the cape up in front of me for a second.
Yeah,
because
you-
I saw something coming for me and like fuck.
You use
damn
the
it,
cape.
and skittered back. Brushing the cape off. We heard the cackle from the top of the stairs, right?
The cackle is from the 2nd floor. I'll say not. It's not at
the
the top of the
2nd
stairs like invisible. It's from the 2nd floor.
Okay. God damn it! Is this whole place fucking booby-trapped shit?
I was kind of under the impression that yes.
Psst, note taker. What do we remember about the goblin?
Ugly.
the goblin from season 1? Which goblin?
You did not. Okay, so I'll tell you since you have seen it. The goblin that you saw was very burned, scorched, mangled, twisted grin on its face. You did not recognize it as a goblin you've seen immediately, but also it was very scorched, so who knows?
Yeah, Glib, not all goblins
a little
look the
bit,
same.
I didn't say that. I said, what fucking goblin was it?
Do we know the guy?
Also, we never saw that dude, right? No, we did see the king because SG took his crown. That's right. The OG goblin.
Yeah.
Yeah, we tortured that man, remember? He was like on the ground. We fucked with him for a while.
Wait, hold on. Did you see the crown thing? Oh no, you didn't because you were actually there.
Again,
That was
you can kind of blob if you want to see if you can get any Godforce, but I am going to make you Arcana check for this. I'll sort of use your Arcana check, Glib, as Blob's Arcana check to see if he can get any reads. Since you're not directly in the presence of the thing, you're not going to get a guaranteed success like I usually will, but if you want to try to get some
23.
information. Oh, 23 is fine. Yeah, so Blob kind of scans the trap that you guys set off and just sort of the general area. And then turning back to you, says, definitely fire domain, but you're not gonna like this. Seems that this thing is the god of pain?
The god of what?
Pain.
Haven't we suffered enough?
Very intimate.
I think. You know what? I don't think anyone would blame us if we just went home.
Just leave. It's like, these guys are scary. I don't like these guys.
Let's just turn around.
This team is scary
Go
enough
home.
to get a new logo. They're all just horrifying things.
Motherfucking goddamn pain.
Can I perceive if there's any more booby traps on the staircase?
Yeah, you can investigation check that. That's going to be more than just a perception.
Can I do that too? With the tremor thing?
Yeah, you can do that as well.
It's all built out of the rock, right?
Yes.
How close is this
You have
creature
not
to us
seen
right
it.
now?
Skeezville kind of sensed it running around, and you have heard it. But again,
Okay.
you've heard it, but you are in a big stone chamber. You have heard its voice kind of echoing around, and you can't really place it. You said 16, good bid? It doesn't seem like there are any more traps on the stairs itself, but, you know, intuition tells you there are probably more somewhere.
Yeah, I relay that to Glib and be like, keep it pushing, man. There's no more on the stairs, but just watch out.
Just watch out, little friend.
Luke is still very dumb.
I almost want to provoke Raelius by making us sending to him and be like, why are you hiding? Are you scared of something?
Little bitch boy, come out here.
I feel like that's also a really bad
Go with it.
idea.
Definitely a bad idea.
Like, I could you only have to sending someone that's like you're familiar
You
with.
can
We're
spam
familiar
text
with Raelius. I could just message him and be like, do you have an
He's gonna
issue we
block
can
your
just talk
sending number.
through?
It would be funny.
Stop
if it was,
texting me and let me murder you.
Conversation.
It's like, I understand you're upset we changed your dad.
I get that you're having a bad couple of days. I'm gonna start walking up the stairs again. I got almost hit with fire and just fuck, god damn it! And then I'm gonna start immediately walking back up again.
So you reach the top of the stairs, and in front of you is a very big, a little bit ways down. There is a very big door. Judging kind of by your knowledge of maybe how castles work, you've been in them recently. This might enter some sort of throne room or something, or at least some sort of maybe. I guess I should just say an important room. Could be like a banquet hall, could be a throne room. But from the door, it looks like it's definitely important. However, also branching off to the sides, there are other hallways. So from the top of the stairs, you can either go forward through the big door into whatever the room is, left or right. You do not hear any sounds from the goblin yet.
Hey, Skis, can you feel if he's anywhere?
That's what I was gonna do. Can I try that?
You do not feel any movement at the moment.
There's nothing moving in there.
Right.
Fuck.
I would like to make another investigation for traps in this area.
What are you checking specifically?
I hate when
Yeah.
I get asked that.
For the
Mainly the floor, like the areas around our feet.
investigation, check that.
Not that good.
You
10.
don't sense any traps around or like see anything that seems like it could be. But again, 10 is not a guarantee.
Okay.
But from that, you don't see anything.
Yeah.
Can I knock on the door?
Yeah, Skeezville, you can go up and knock on the door. The thunking kind of echoes around. There is no sort of response, though. But also, it doesn't fall on you and crush you, so that's progress.
All right. Right or left, people? What are we thinking? All right, left.
All right.
Yeah, why not? What's the worst that can happen?
You're far from the mic,
I said,
Panda.
fuck it, why not? What's the worst that can happen?
Horrible expression. I could die at literally any moment.
Okay,
What's the
but what's the actual worst that could happen?
what's the walk-in order?
This time, because it was SG's idea, I'll be in the front.
Skeezville in front. All right.
Well, I meant in the front generally. I assume SG's the first one to go because she said left.
Okay, so
I'm guarding Goodbid, who's like not having a very good day.
And the moment she says left, I say okay left, and I
All
just
right,
head
Skeez.
left.
Dexterity check.
I figured.
Yep.
All right. Hold on, I gotta do it twice. That is an 18.
18 is fine. Everyone else, what is your position? Are you following Skeezville? Are you waiting for...
I think we're following Skeezville.
If you're following close behind Skeezville, you also have to do a dexterity check.
All right.
Please. Is this not a dex
I should have
save,
said
right?
save.
Just
It
to
is a
check.
save.
Okay, good. I didn't say.
That's a 6.
15.
Why? Shit, that's an
Okay,
11.
so the 6 and the 11... Oh, good bit. The deafness is probably wearing off by now, by the way. So you got that.
Oh,
The 6
good.
and the 11. A panel in the floor very suddenly opens up, dropping you into a pit of very large, very sharp spikes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, why wouldn't it?
Why wouldn't
you
it?
hear kind of a cackling from the goblin just echoing around the hallways.
Reaction cast Featherfall?
On which one?
I can cast it on up to like 5
Never
people, I
mind.
think.
Man, this episode
Yeah.
is just Goodbid gets hurt while saving everyone else's ass. Like, this episode is Goodbid takes a billion hits, but man, he's coming in clutch with those reactions.
Man, he's taking care of the team. Yeah, up to 5 people,
Okay.
so both of them.
Yeah, so you guys both kind of touch down lightly on these spikes.
Okay. How much damage do we take from that?
I won't think any. I mean, Featherfall is...
I
Yeah,
feel like
Featherfall...
you shoot it. Yeah.
Featherfall like removes fall
yeah,
damage.
We're falling
Yeah.
onto spikes. That's what I'm like.
The
Yeah, but I feel like we're falling so
I mean,
slowly we could just like
If you want to
avoid
be
the
really
spike.
realistic, Panda's right. It should have been both falling damage and like stabbing damage. Piercing damage.
What Featherfall is, though, is you basically touch down lightly. If you touch down lightly on, like, a spear, it's not going to be pleasant, but, like, it's not going to injure you, you know? Like, it's not like you hit at the same force and it doesn't do damage. It's called Featherfall. Like, you're touching down lightly. So, then in that case, I won't
Like
make
a
it... I mean,
feather.
I can give you, like, a D4 if you want it, because you got a little...
Yeah.
I mean, this is...
I would
Actually,
not like to
logically-
take any damage from
Logically,
lightly
it should really only be
touching a
Glib because
spear.
SG's wearing boots and Glib's probably not wearing shoes. But
Yeah, but if I'm falling, I'm assuming I'm going to be falling.
I'm not making you take damage from it.
Yeah.
That said, the goblin you hear again echoing through us. That's not fair.
Life ain't fair, buddy. Show yourself.
No.
Get out here.
If you're the god of pain, I can show you something.
Ooh,
What's
that's a
he
cool
say?
line.
Okay.
That's kind of cool.
Actually, you know what? I like that. At that, you see the scarred, burned, twisted head of the goblin kind of like poke out very sharply around the corner. It would be kind of cute if it wasn't a disgusting, horrible, mangled mess. And it just kind of like glares at you skeptically, seemingly listening to what you have to say.
Like, oh, it's looking at me. It came out.
If you're the god of pain, I can show you something, and it apparently wants to see.
Are they still?
Oh, okay.
I would assume. The spikes are. It's not that deep, so I'm assuming she's like kind of balancing.
Oh, okay.
Like, actually, that's kind of funny. I'll say just for flavor. Don't take measurements here.
Hold
but,
on.
Hmm?
We can see SG can see him, and we're both in the pit, right? We can both see him.
What I was gonna say is that with the way you're balancing on the spikes, which are pretty long because you're feather falling, I'm just gonna give you that. Your head is like at the height that the goblin's head is poking out around. Like your head is sticking out of the pit. Glib is probably still like below pit because Glib is much shorter than you.
A little bit short. Yeah.
So I can't see him.
Oh, so I'm
would
staring
say
into
that,
its
yeah.
eyes, essentially?
I can't see him.
Oh, I stare into its eyes
God
and cast
damn it!
mental
Can I
prison.
see him or not?
You cannot. You are too short, I think.
Okay. Good.
That's an intelligence saving
Okay.
throw.
Of what? Saving throw of.
Does he
of
save or
what?
fail? It actually matters. I think my saving throw probably went up.
Yeah.
Let me double
It
check.
actually
Save
passed.
18.
It got a 19.
Okay, I think it's fine. On a successful save, the target takes 5d10 psychic
On a
damage.
success-
That's a good spell.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
Oh, it's so much worse if he fails.
How much is if he fails?
It's 5d10, and then like 10d10 if they try to if they try to get out of it.
Yeah, roll your damage.
So that's still so bad. I think I could. Nah, it's fine. That's only 16 damage, but
16 isn't that bad. Oh wait,
It's not good.
Hold on, I forgot the stat that this thing has. It actually does fail. Yeah, I forgot a thing. That
Oh,
this
it
thing-
does?
that this thing has.
oh, okay.
What am I?
On a failed save, the target takes 5d10 psychic damage, and you make the area immediately around the target's space appear dangerous in some
Okay.
way. So I think I make it look like he's fallen
Okay.
into
Does
a
it
pit
take
of
more
spikes.
damage from that, or I didn't hear the?
It says space appear. Sorry, dangerous in some
Well-
way. You might cause the target to perceive itself as
Does
surrounded.
failing the save increase
Blah
the
blah
damage
blah.
for the spell? That's what I'm like. Is it a half?
It depends. If the target moves out of the illusion, makes a melee attack through it, or reaches any part of its body through it, the target takes 10d10 psychic damage, and the
Okay,
spell
well,
ends.
actually, that's gonna happen now because this thing lets out like a little screech and immediately steps towards you out of the illusion.
Okay, then it takes 10d10 psychic
Go for
damage.
it.
Shit.
Let's see. Hopefully, I roll
I
not
hope,
like
I feel
shit
like it's
again.
gonna be a masochist and like the damage. I hope it can.
68 damage.
Wow.
Momo.
Yeah.
This is the episode of not thinking before you act, apparently. This thing starts laughing harder, and you see, like, it starts shaking, and as it shakes, this sort of red aura starts pouring out of it, forming a sort of, like bigger, kind of ghostly version of itself as it cackles louder, bulking up into a more massive creature that now takes up pretty much the entire hallway as it continues just laughing. You can roll an insight check if you want.
I mean, like, how are we supposed to defeat
that's why I'm saying
something
roll an
if it
insight
can't
check.
get
That's why I'm rolling an
hurt?
insight
Say-
check.
Oh no, go ahead.
I mean, I won't pass up the opportunity. to roll
18?
insight checks.
18.
If someone has an idea, I'm
Well,
curious.
that was
like, Nathan,
I have
what's
an
your
idea. I'd like to be like, you make me sick and cast mass cure wounds on it.
Okay, you can go ahead and do that. And then I'll...
Actually, maybe I shouldn't gamble that hard. Just
Okay.
healing word.
Yeah.
Just
Okay.
healing word on it. I mean, yeah, it's not even a save. He just gets healed. Supposedly.
And then I'll do the insight check, by the way,
Get
because that is going to
healed.
give you some information.
Ooh. He gets healed 8 HP.
All right.
Maximum
So
on that.
on Goodbid's heal, you see the aura around this thing shrink and weaken slightly. That said, it doesn't
Okay.
seem hurt. And I'm going to give you an insight check. This is a mechanic that I've used in things before that I really like. There is a difference between pain and damage. If you cut this thing's arm off, its arm's still going to be cut off. It's not going to be able to do that. Like, damaging it is going to make it harder for it to do things. But pain, pain makes it stronger. Mm-hmm. So maybe psychic damage that isn't going to stop it physically from doing anything is not the play.
Hack and slash.
Okay, so like, I mean, like, that's my whole thing, so I just can't do anything in this
If you have that handy-dandy spell you used last time to make everything I do critical, I can knock this little bitch down.
Okay, I mean, like, that's just... What did I do? Oh my god, what did I do? Did I get rid of that spell? No, I didn't.
Eat that shit.
It would just hold monster, but it doesn't work on this because this isn't a monster, this is a goblin.
On basically anything? I was about to... You used
it is,
monster on the
creature,
humanoids
so,
last
sorry, any
episode,
creature.
so...
Sorry, it says choose a creature. I just read the spell and got confused again. Sorry, it does say choose a creature that you can
If you were
see.
thinking of the spell wrong for that entire boss fight where it was very integral, cheater. No, yeah.
No, I got it. I forgot everything that happened last week, and just did this.
You're just being in character and forgetting everything about the fight.
Yeah, I didn't write it down on my hand. I don't remember.
Are we even in combat? Actually.
You might be about to. I don't know if you are necessarily at the moment. Let me see if I have a map that works as a hallway. I wasn't sure. This was very much an episode where it's like, I know you guys are probably going to get into a fight, but I don't necessarily know where the fight is going to take place, you know?
Yeah.
So I have some maps prepared. What were you... Continue as I poke around my options here.
As Nikhil, the player, I could say last time when we fought the monsters, I got to roll damage twice. Since we leveled to 13, I now get to do it 3 times with the crit.
Oh.
Ooh,
I'm feeling like I
episode
got
that you're
the point out. And if I rage in frenzy, I'll get to do that 3 times. So that's 9 attacks.
But that's still like damaging.
Yeah, but it's going to be slicing and
physical damage.
So like only physical damage can hurt it, not like any other, not psychic damage. I guess
the idea is to incapacitate.
Yes, Nikhil got it exactly right.
Okay.
Cut off its legs, it still can't... It's not going to be like, hurt, but it still can't walk if you cut its legs off. Again, this pain and damage
like my only problem with it... Like my only problem with it is like, what is the threshold to cut off a limb? Because if you don't cut it off, then he gets
information
bigger.
about this that you do not know yet. I will tell you just from looking at it, it's a goblin. It's not huge. It's got this aura around it right now, but also like...
I feel like
hitting
it with axes and javelins should really... got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mechanically, there's a reason that this thing is a small, not physically imposing creature instead of like a gigantic.
Okay.
Like it's something that you can possibly like damage.
Okay, then I can easily
not
chop off
necessarily
with
easily,
like a
but it
good
is
swing.
possible, right? Like I was not that evil when I was designing this guy. Yeah.
Okay, because I'm just like
it's got a big
what
aura
are we supposed
around
to do?
it right now, but you don't know exactly how that works, and the creature itself is not massive.
Right.
I'm setting up. I'm actually going to bring back the map where you guys first met Goodbid, because this is vaguely hallway-like.
Memories.
So another map we can't
I'm sorry.
see him.
Again, there's only there's so many locations in this episode that you could get into a fight, and so I prepared what options I could. You guys can go to Roll20 if you would like. I'm assuming this is going to be a fight. So.
Oh yeah.
All right, Goodbid, it's your time to shine because you also are going to go first. You have alert.
Draw something here.
With the way I've been rolling, who knows?
Battle map, and it's zoomed in. I'm gonna draw something really quick here.
This is where we met Goodbid, really?
Just for note,
Frankie was in here and he kept jumping around, and we kept being thrown around the alley.
There we go. Okay. So
it just looks different from this angle,
that I
I
have
guess.
drawn, I don't know if I can necessarily... Oh, wait, does this work?
Mm-hmm.
Does this... Hold on. Yeah, there we go. Okay, this is really stupid. I don't... Okay. Let me... There we go. Black outline, black... There we go. This part of it is not a thing. It is just the tiny hallway, so I'm blacking that out to make this work better as the map itself. If that makes sense. Oh, not that. Skeezville, you are there. We'll say the pit closed just for the sake of simplicity. I'm not sure where Glib is.
He's under the rectangle.
I got really tiny with the introduction of Roll20.
Oh, I'll fix that in a second. Hold on. I gotta again. Why can't I select my square anymore? Oh, Roll20, I love you so much, and I don't dislike you at all. Oh, and of course, because I backed out, I have to change all the colors of the squares again. Thank you for that. Oh my God! How hard is it to draw a singular black rectangle? There we go. Okay, everyone's over there. You should have control. Let me put a goblin in, and then we can finally go. Free asset, goblins, kobolds.
What if I just polymorph this thing into a bunny?
That would be kind of funny. Let's see. What's a...
What?
I don't have, like, a...
And then we would feel really bad about, like, killing it, because it's a bunny.
I don't have a, like, red goblin, or, like a scorched goblin. I'm just gonna kind of use this guy, because he has funny hair. Yeah, okay, so you can kind of see the guy in the yellow robes is gonna be him. Let me fix the cameras. And then actually, we've been going for almost 3 hours already, so I might have us take a bathroom break real quick before this fight. Because obviously, GodCursed is going to be a couple episode thing. So let me get the cams, and then we'll take a bathroom break, and then we'll do the fight. And we're back. Momo's camera's really big, of course. I thought I fixed it, but now I'll fix it again. Wow, it's maybe the biggest it's ever been. Look at that. Look at that.
I don't even think I can get in the frame from my seat.
Here we go. Oh, it's stuck on my mouse. There we go. I'll fix that. Anyway, everyone go ahead and roll initiative as I'm fixing Momo's camera.
Ah, yes.
Oh, yes. Let's do this. Oh, my lord.
Yep. That doesn't sound great.
Oh, my lord. That is an
That's a
8
10.
by advantage. I want to point out that when you make a barbarian, the little thingy's like, your senses are so honed and you're so ready for a fight, you have advantage on all your initiatives, and I've consistently rolled like last.
I mean, you are
You
blind.
rolled twice
That's
and
weird...
still got that number?
I got an 8 and a 7.
Okay.
Wow.
Let me stat roll for...
You got to get the alert feat, because I got a 25.
Okay. I'm just going to go ahead and put good bid in as first.
Do what you gotta do. You're gonna go first. We all know
Probably
it.
Skeezville last. SG Glib, what are you guys looking?
I got a 16.
16.
That's gonna be a 10.
Okay, so good bid, SG, Glib, Skeezville, and the Goblin is somewhere in there, but I will not tell you. Good bid, you are going first, though. The current status of this guy, I do not have a visual for its aura because custom minis are expensive. But yeah, it has, it does have a larger aura around it. You have shrunken it with your healing spell, but you don't know, you don't have the exact numbers on how much. But that's the status that you are in right now.
And we have no idea what the aura does, right?
Necessarily,
aside from makes it
has
stronger.
bulked itself up, and it looks like a more monstrous version of a goblin. It looks like a more monstrous version of itself that's kind of floating around it. It's like suspended in the center of the thing. It kind of
wait. Is it like an aura?
It is.
Like
I didn't want to make another Marvel reference, but imagine like armor from the X-Men, but a big goblin monster kind of thing, like that.
Okay.
And it's sort of floating in the center of it.
Does Panda sound like that to anyone else?
Sound like what?
Sound like what? Say a
I
longer
think
sentence.
your audio
It's on
is
Roll20.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
make
you
sure
gotta mute 'em.
make sure that you're not getting any audio through Roll20, or it will make all the things sound really weird. Anyway, good. It should be good on the
we
stream.
good now?
Your camera shrunk
Yeah.
for some reason. I don't know. Oh, it's back. Okay, whatever. Good bit. It's your turn. Yeah.
Yes. Well, I'm
Oh, and you guys, I
feeling
didn't.
terrible.
That is true. I didn't put you guys on the map. Just kind of put yourself where you were. Yeah, I just dragged you there so you can put yourself in the order that you want.
I went first, and then they fell down a pit. So I think I'm up.
Again, we're gonna say the pit
and then
is
I
closed
made
for
it past the
convenience.
pit. So it's like Skeezville, me, and then the two in the back. The pit crew.
Yeah.
How wide is this hallway?
It is as wide as it shows on the map. I'll just say so. That's 25, 30. That's pretty long, actually. It's.
I mean, yeah, I'm gonna.
Let's say
I
for the sake of simplicity that each square is like 10 feet. So half the numbers that you see on the ruler. So it's 15 feet across. Again, this is the only map I have.
Okay, for sure.
I mean, I guess I could just shrink it. But having the numbers is fine for this.
I mean, shit, man. I need health. I'm literally been at half health this whole day.
Oh.
We took a long rest and it meant
Yeah,
nothing.
you just got insanely unlucky with every single monster you faced.
And so I'm going to cast Mass Cure Wounds in such a way that it gets everybody, including our new friend.
I didn't want to say that in case that wasn't what you were thinking, but I was like, that's a good play. I hope he does that. That'd be cool. Okay.
Yeah. So healing all of us and ego checking him. So I'm going to cast that as a 6th level spell. So that'll be 4d8 plus my... Oh my god. That's part about healing spells is when you use them to attack, it's like an automatic W.
Yeah.
You know?
It is.
And that's on good gameplay creating, Matt. Spellcasting ability modifier. Okay, plus 4. 4d8 plus 4. Here we go. I have a menagerie. No whammies. Come on. $24 health for everyone.
24 health for everyone. The aura of the
that-
goblin. Actually, what 24 math? Yeah, okay. The goblin kind of shrieks in anger, not really in pain, but in anger, as the aura vanishes entirely from it.
Nice.
Lit.
And then I'm gonna Bardic Inspiration. Actually, I don't think Nikhil will need it with his 19 attacks. I'm gonna do it for Panda. For Glib.
Think it's a good idea? I don't. Does necrotic damage hurt, or is it just draining?
I think it depends on the spell, actually. Because there are spells where it like causes bodies to wither and things like that. So I think it depends. Yeah. There's that makes bodies wither, but also there's like Toll the Dead, which I think is just like I think necrotic damage is one where it depends on the specific.
Okay.
So if you read me a spell description, I'll make a judgment call.
Either way, you got Bardic. Skeezville will get it next turn.
Sounds good. Thank you.
If that is Goodman's whole turn, then which it is, unless he wants to move.
Yes.
SG is next, who I'll just put on the map, I guess.
Ooh,
Nope, that's not it. There we go. So you guys were like here.
This is so difficult. I guess I could try hold monster. But it's gonna go after me. So it might not make a difference.
Does it not actually hold it?
Like it holds it, but at the end of each of its turns, it can make a wisdom saving throw. So if it goes before you, Skeezville, it will make no difference. And that means I would.
Well,
but I don't know where it is in initiative. But you're last in initiative.
It still does
aren't you?
technically. It's still well. I didn't actually technically say where the goblin was. Skeezville's last of you. I didn't say what the goblin rolled. But,
I doubt it's that wise.
I doubt it's that wise, so I feel like it will
It does
fail.
also auto skip a turn anyway, right? Oh, but you're saying if it goes after, like because it makes the roll at the end of its turn.
Yeah,
it does.
So
make roll
it still guarantees it a stun anyway. Because even if it passes the roll first try, that is at the end of the turn.
All right, we'll try it. Hold monster, a wisdom saving throw of 18.
Saving throw of 18. Yeah, this dude's a little maniac. He does not have a lot of wisdom. It's successful.
Okay, so it is incapacitated essentially.
Nice. We must stay focused on it.
It's wisdom saving throw or paralyzed for the duration. It's not
No.
Okay, then that's fine. Oh, that's my turn. Sorry, that was my turn.
Oh, okay, cool.
Sorry.
So then it would be Glib.
Let's see.
You do. How close is Glib?
I assumed Glib was next to you because you both fell in the pit.
Yeah.
That's where I put you guys.
Pit.
Can I see it now?
Yes. Now.
Yeah, the pit closed.
closed.
Again, that's more for the convenience of map. But we'll say that when the goblin poked its head out a minute later, the pit slid closed and you guys hopped out.
Oh, it's like standing so close to us. I didn't realize that.
It's not a super huge hallway. It's fairly close.
Yeah, I was like, oh, am I within range? We're within 30 feet of it.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna cast levitate on it so that it can't get down to the ground again. And
No.
why?
Because then Skeezville can't
Oh, right,
see
because
it.
you can't see it. Right.
I'm gonna make it so that
Never
our
mind,
map
never mind.
is extra.
Never mind. Fuck
Though
that.
that could, Nikhil, why'd you say that? That could have been the mistake that Glib made.
That'd have been very funny.
You shouldn't have said anything.
Sorry, I got it in my head. I wanted to win.
You're the guy that has to leave this episode. You're working against me here.
It's still been a game. Skeezville hates Glib. He's just gonna yell at him, don't do that.
Like, plot twist, Skeezville just straight up has a heart attack.
Alright,
I'm
gonna
leaning
cast
towards the joke.
Enthrall.
If Nikhil keeps being too good at the game, I'm leaning towards the bit that I had earlier. Anyway, I'll get in. I got an hour. I'll get it in there.
I'm gonna cast Enthrall so it focuses on me.
Okay, is that another save?
That is a 17 wisdom. That is a wisdom save of 17.
Yeah, it's enthralled.
Okay, so it is focusing on me.
But it also can't move.
And
Yeah.
it can't move. It can't move and it's staring at me, and that's all I'm gonna do.
Yep. It is its turn, so all it's gonna do is wisdom save to break out, right? Like that's all it necessarily can do.
Of which one? Of both? I don't think it can get out of both.
Of yours, wisdom save
Okay.
to get out of the thing. I mean, enthrall doesn't prevent it from doing that. I don't think.
No, I'm saying, like, which one is it wisdom saving for? Because they're both wisdom saving throws.
I think the only one.
Yeah.
Oh, is it a wisdom saving throw at the end of the turn for enthrall as well?
Probably,
I
I
don't
think.
let me check.
You check. Regardless, it's going to try to get out of the
Okay.
things that is
Spell
restraining.
ends if
first.
you are incapacitated. On a failed save, the target has disadvantage on perception checks to perceive any creature
Oh,
other
isn't
than
it
you until the
actively
spell.
incapacitated right now?
Oh, it's actively incapacitated, so
Yeah.
it doesn't
Any
work.
creature that can't be charmed succeeds the save, and if your companions are fighting a creature, it has advantage on the save. Oh, okay.
D20.
It actually has advantage on the save.
No, Pet, it is actively incapacitated at the moment.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'll
So,
let you
enthrall
try
doesn't work.
something else if you want, because that was like a rules clarification.
No,
thing.
Yeah.
No, the spell ends if I am actively incapacitated.
Oh, okay.
Okay. In that case, never mind. Regardless, it's still trying to break out of the thing. It is not going to be able to, so you see it kind of still struggling against its bonds while death staring Glib. Now it's Skeezville.
I do want to. Can I just tell Skeezville, like, it's a critical hit if you're within 5 feet.
Yeah, so here's what's gonna happen is after the boss battle of last time too, Skeezville is very upset with all of this that he's been pulled into. He's gonna rage immediately and run towards this fucking thing.
Oh, by the way, real quick, people are noticing the Spotify question in the chat, which is a good point. We'll do that after the
Oh,
fight.
shoot, I forgot. I'm so
won't pause
sorry.
it I won't pause it mid-fight, but we'll do that after the fight. So someone remind me of that. Continue, Nikhil.
Yeah, so Skeezville's running straight to the guy, and what do I have that can slice things? I'm gonna go for one of his arms. First thing I'm gonna do is try and knock off his arm, that's a nat one.
I believe
Can
you do
roll?
have advantage because he's incapacitated.
Yeah, you have advantage.
Fuck,
Actually,
guys.
you don't even have to. If you're within 5 feet, it's a critical hit, automatic critical hit.
I know
Oh,
that's what I'm
okay,
going
then-
for. So I'm not rolling
then
the
yeah.
hit. I was
So,
rolling.
yeah.
Oh, it was a 1 on
Okay.
damage. Okay.
Okay, wait, but I lost what those things were now. Where are my rolls? Okay, so 5 and 10. So that's 15 damage, and then we got the other one. Oh wait, no, plus 3 each. Hold on. Sorry, this is so much math.
It's adding single-digit numbers,
Nine attacks.
Nikhil.
Hold on, but it's a lot of them.
It's like 4.
Plus 13 plus. Give me a second. It's fine. That's 40 slashing
Did you say
damage to its arm.
40?
Yes.
Okay, I mean that's gonna work. You cut its arm off.
God damn,
Yeah.
dude.
Oh, and then I'm gonna frenzy, so I can get a third move next
All right.
Heck yeah.
Oh.
Okay, yeah. So arm off.
Okay.
Oh, I should note though, as Nikhil slashes its arm off, while the arm goes away, the aura does start to reappear as it takes, as it is harmed. The aura that it has regenerates a bit. And it is now its turn. Oh wait, no, it's not. Hold on. I'm totally ignore everything I just said. I was looking at the thing wrong. Good bid. It is your turn. It does not get 2 turns.
Very epic. How big is its aura right now? I mean, it just got its arm cut off.
Yeah, the aura is pretty large right now. I will say, while it is slow, it is steadily growing as it is like actively bleeding. But it's probably it's getting to the size of like a large creature now. It's getting big. Its limb got chunked off, you know.
Yeah, I've used so many spells today already. God.
Oh, someone in chat asked a good question of does the aura still have an arm? And yes, it does.
Let's see here. I think I'm just going to cast Healing Word on it. Just as a first level, just as a cheeky little first level. 7. That's almost max.
Once again, the aura, it stops growing, notably. It stops actively growing, and it does shrink a little bit. It does not vanish completely, but it does shrink.
It does not vanish completely. Heck yeah. And then, I think we got it. That's my whole turn.
SG?
I'm still holding concentration on Hold Monster.
Okay.
I don't have any healing spells, or, like, really anything. Oh, I can just, like, suggest it tells me where... Actually, I can't, because it's also a concentration spell. Fuck me. I don't have... I'm literally a psychic... I'm an Aberrant Mind Sorcerer. I have all psychic spells.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna hold my turn, I guess.
This one's designed, you know, not really with you in mind.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine.
All right, so SG continues holding the creature.
Yeah.
Glib, you're up.
Okay. I think I might just continue enthralling it. It goes for a minute.
Okay.
Well,
this is all you,
All
Skis.
However, if both SG and Glib are just continuing their spells, it is now the goblin's turn. Go ahead and roll this. It does not break out of the effect. You're lucky it's a wisdom save, because this thing, it's definitely gotten bigger in appearance, even if Goodbid stopped the growth of the aura. However, you see, I guess we'll say like the tendrils or whatever of Hold Monster actually wrapped around the goblin itself, not the aura. The aura's kind of going through them. You kind of hear as this thing struggles, it's, you know, screeching, kind of rambling. It's very hard to understand for a number of reasons, but I want everybody to make a perception check. And Goodbid, you're not deaf anymore. And this is, again, just because it's like...
yes.
It's not whispering, it's just like screeching and ranting. See if you can pick out what it's saying.
I'm still... My guy, Glib is still throwing out a string of words for enthrall. He's not listening.
Okay.
That's at 9.
9.
18.
18.
13.
13.
Okay, so actually, I think SG's the only one who can hear this, which is fitting, because SG's psychic. She can maybe pick out the words. As this thing, you know, rants, it's ranting against you, it's ranting against the situation, it's just freaking out. But one thing that you hear it repeating many times, keeps saying, "Stupid hoodman! Stupid hoodman!"
Hoodman?
Hoodman.
Well,
it
now
did fail the
I feel
save,
kinda
so it is Skeezvol's turn regardless.
now I feel kind of bad, but I'm purposely raging, so I'm not gonna hold back. So, poor thing. All right, I'm going for, I guess, like a leg now.
Go for the
The
leg
same
now.
way. We're gonna go in a circle. We're going right leg left.
Chop.
All right, let's do this.
Just dice
So
roll.
awkward. I'm so excited for our podcast listeners that just hear silent
Yeah.
occasional thunking.
Sorry, everyone.
No.
I have to roll so many times. Hold on, I have to check if that was 5 or 6.
It
One,
probably
two,
doesn't
three,
matter to the exact number.
It does.
Okay.
It does so much.
Okay.
It does not at all, but whatever. Okay, that is 64 damage.
Okay, a lot of things are going to happen now. Once again, you chop the leg off, the aura grows, and the aura, you can kind of see the aura steadily growing. However, at this point, I'm going to need everyone to make another history check.
Okay, I want to also say, though, I have a bonus action, so I'm not done.
Oh,
That is a...
well, you can do your turn first. You can do your turn first, Skeezel.
Well, hold on.
10.
10. Okay, I mean, we can do the history check, so that's not going to change anything.
I got a 19 on history.
Skeezville, you still have all memories. Glib, I think Glib's, yours are gone now, right? Because you failed 2.
I
Yeah,
failed
mine
2
have
in a
been
row,
gone.
yeah.
So
Oh, mine have been gone.
okay, so Skeezville is the only one who has any memory of the thing.
Great.
Hey, maybe this could be the path, because Glib was the guy that aggroed the absence in the first place. Glib was the one that told the secret, and Skeezville is now the only one that knows about it. Maybe this is the pathway that we take.
right.
Regardless,
Oh,
Skeezville,
God.
you finish your turn.
There's an action here. Yeah, we got 6.
What are you doing now? Are you doing another?
I have an extra attack for when I frenzy in my bonus action, so I have to roll 3 more dice.
Well, what are you going for? I mean,
His other leg.
other leg. Got it.
10, 9. That's 35 damage to the other leg.
You cut that leg off as well. Same pattern.
Fantastic.
However, after you do this, the room or the hallway goes dark, and you hear rapid footsteps approaching and leaving, which most of you no longer recognize. And when the lights return, the little goblin has vanished.
Hey, the evil fucking
yes.
dude.
Skeezville, of course, is the only one who, for the rest of you, first time that's ever happened.
But wouldn't that trigger the memory?
No, not because they're already
they're
gone.
too far gone.
If the,
I got mine triggered because I kind of remembered it. That they weren't.
I'll
Okay.
say mechanically, the phases are: you fail the first one, it can be triggered. You fail the second one, memories are cleared.
Okay.
And I'll throw us back to the main screen. Oh, and Momo is now big again for some freaking reason.
Hey, everybody! I sliced that thing up real good. It's got 1 arm. I was going for the head next. I'm sorry, laid. However, the evil god from last time that I liked because it almost killed Glib, it took him.
The what?
What evil
Who?
god?
The evil god. Remember the absence? I couldn't really see it because I was blind. But I know you had like a salt lamp that you like to lick. It took that, and then you gave it a hat, and you died.
Do I remember Jared going missing? I do. I
Yes.
must remember
So
that.
you remember the process of you tell a secret, sometimes things vanish or other bad things.
Mm-hmm.
That's it, though. You don't remember like the actual process of the things happening, but you do remember the effects. So from what you guys remember, like you said, Jared is a piece of time machine, and it just like you remember that it went away. And you remember like Glib said something, Glib went away, things like that, but you don't remember the details of what happened.
So you're saying I remember we fought the king and queen of Aragdis like yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Terrible.
where we fought it was that thingy's like weird lair. That's why we were there.
Like I
I
don't
thought we were
remember
there
any
to
of
defeat
this.
some- We were there to look for Prophet, weren't we?
Bitch, you didn't even come down with us. We summoned your ass when we got there.
I remember I was invisible for a bit. That y'all couldn't see me. But I don't...
Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't know about that one. But point is, yeah, there's a guy. No one saw him. I'm blind, so this is difficult. But there was a guy. He stole things. He makes little tippy-tappy sounds. Point is, an evil god is here, and he's stealing shit, such as the man I mangled.
Okay, like do you know how we can like talk to it or anything?
Last time, I believe what worked is I said a secret, and then you blew up its brain as it was coming to get me.
Ah.
I mean, like we could just
And again,
do that
but
again.
you saw it this time. Like you saw the room go dark and you heard the steps. Like that all you
Yeah,
still have the
so
memory.
but we didn't tell a secret this time.
I'm
Unless
confused. I
well,
think Calvin's friend.
well, it did say something. He said stupid hoodman. Maybe that was a secret.
Is it that the Hoodman's stupid, or that the Hoodman exists? Because he didn't say there is a Hoodman. He said stupid Hoodman.
Yes, but I don't think we're supposed to know about
I'll
hoodman.
add a little bit of detail. That was what she picked out from a very frantic, very garbled, very hard to understand rant. There was more that he said, but that was like the phrase that she got.
I really should have gone for the head first. I'm very upset right now.
I was wondering why you didn't do that. I'm gonna be honest, but hey, it lets me do cool stories.
I figured
so.
like it wouldn't come off in one hit.
I expected a pushback where I wouldn't be able to like just ram my javelin through its head and be
I
done
didn't
with
say
it.
it necessarily would have automatically killed it, but I will say I'm surprised you didn't try.
If only there was a popular form of media that could have taught us this lesson.
It was the next thing I was gonna do, but it's fine. It got stolen. Point is, yeah, it started jibber jabbering and now it's gone. So it probably said some sort of secret.
I just want to point out something.
What he said? I was closest. I was with him.
I had you perception check to see if you could pick, because again, it was less hearing it and more understanding the chaotic screaming. I also want to point out someone in chat spelled Skeesville wrong as Skeesville, like it's a town, and I very much like that and just want to. I just wanted to note that.
That's actually where he's from. Canonically, all of his parents have the same name.
Okay.
Because he's Scrax the 19th. So officially now, he is from Skeesville.
I will allow that. Who said Mini
Canon.
Studio? Mini Studio, you have now named Skeesville's town. Anyway.
That's all I can tell you guys. I don't know.
Well, you said we went to its altar, right? I remember that I left a piece of Kermit at the altar. And I remember thinking, like, this will work.
I believe you said something about Operation Walkie Talkie.
Okay. I mean, like, I am a genius, so this must work. So I pull out Kermit,
It was my idea.
and I, like, start talking to Kermit through it. I say, hello, Kermit, can you please pass a message to... What was the thing's name? What did you call it?
The Absence.
Yes, please pass message to the Absence. I believe part of you is maybe with it. I say, what should I say to it?
I don't think it's there. It just stole something.
I was gonna say, like, it's here. Like, it's not in the city. It was just here.
I don't know. Maybe it carried Kermit with it. I don't know how it works.
I will say, you guys both gave it a gift, and it did not seem to give a shit. So I don't know if I'm taking Kermit back.
Well, that is unfortunate. Maybe Kermit can leave message. We can leave message with Kermit. In case it does go back to lair.
Okay.
What should we say?
What I'm thinking we do. Do you know how to psychically nuke somebody, Madam Nightmare?
Well, yes.
You do? You remember how to... I don't know. You guys forget everything all of a sudden.
I can do that.
Adventure yesterday, and all of a sudden, it's nothing to you. One of you... I gave my deepest, darkest secret, so one of you say some shit.
Me?
Not you, specifically. You have... I don't know how I can walk you through this any farther. Somebody is going to... I want to say, though, Skeesville saying all this while still in a rage. Very upset with
Skeesville, like, rippling muscles. I don't know how I can explain this to you any better.
Somebody say a secret. Then you think with your nuke bomb that its name is the Absence, and when it comes by to get him, nuke it. Okay?
Okay.
Great. Secret.
This is good plan. Who came up with it?
You, actually.
Oh my gosh, that is so like me.
This is a frustrating situation.
Oh my god.
Someone tell me a secret.
My name isn't actually Goodvid.
Is that good enough? I don't know, DM.
I mean, I'm kind of waiting to see if he says anything else.
Hey, you want me to spill all my secrets?
Well, maybe I can just say for the sake of...
You gotta keep some in the chamber,
GM's
man.
Curious, so maybe there's... Maybe the Absence wants more. The Absence has been reading the fan fiction. Not canon before people jump at that in chat. You know what? Yeah, sure. All right, if we want to play it this way. Room goes dark.
Yeah, we do.
Room goes dark, and you hear the footsteps.
And I saved the absence in Psychic Lancet. It's what is it? Wisdom save? Intelligence saving throw of 18.
I'm actually gonna play this a little differently, but all right. It nat 20'd that. However,
fuck.
the lights go back on, and Good Bit is still there. Good Bit is still there. However, out of the corner of everybody's eye, regardless of your position, you can see this sort of, well, except for Skeezville, you kind of feel you feel a faint, imagine however that would be for your powers. Maybe like on the other side of a wall, you feel like a faint, very light presence. That's just, it's so vague in your peripheral vision that you can't make out any details about it. But you see this thing kind of just hovering there, seeming to stare at you.
Is this jogging any memories, or there's no memories to jog?
No memories to jog.
Okay, so now that Skeezville is aware that I can see it, she goes, "It's that there, guys over there."
We've dealt with this thing before?
Bitch, it killed you!
I think I would remember dying. I'm pretty sure the dying would be a pretty core memory.
Okay, hello, the absence. It seems like we might have a history, but I'm having a hard time remembering. Can you help me, please? Remember?
Once again, and I'll say this part only happens for SG. Everyone else is still kind of hovering at, it seems its position is kind of subjective for one reason or another. But it does that thing where it just kind of very quickly snaps right next to you. And very faintly whispers in your ears, "No one remembers."
Well, that can't be true because Skeezville's right here and he told us all about you. So Skeezville remembers.
Skeezville, you very quickly feel the thing, like the light feet on the ground basically snap right next to you.
Okay, well, I'm blessed.
Again, you feel it, but you don't. For note.
No, I'm just saying, like, it's not that scary. I just like, hi. I'm 700 years old. I've seen a lot of things. Mine like a steel trap.
You remember?
Yeah, dude, you killed the one guy I really want to die. I'm not gonna forget about that.
Glib now. It's Glib's turn for this thing to snap very close to you, which I think maybe is the first time that's happened to Glib.
Yeah. He Glib visibly is like,
yeah.
As soon as it pops up right next to him.
It's just kind of staring at you. Are you saying anything in response, or?
Hey? Apparently you killed me.
It kind of, it stares at everybody first, except Goodbid. Goodbid is still far away from you. It has not snapped to you yet. But before it speaks to Skeez, what do you say to it, Skeezville, specifically?
I said, you killed the one guy I really wanted to die. I'm not going to forget that.
Then the creature, I think this is effectively going to be the moment. Not necessarily in the way that I was expecting, though.
What I was going to do was say a secret myself, and I assumed that you would just have it.
No, I like this better, actually. I like this better. This is much, much, much creepier. As it seems to think for a second. And it says, "No one remembers me. I will not lose this." And the room goes dark. And
I knew what you're talking.
Huh? What'd you say?
Isabel's last words just be, actually, you know what? I don't know what this is. I don't know what you mean.
The room goes dark, and you hear the footsteps, and when it comes back up, Skeezville is gone. Not necessarily dead, but the absence has never seen this before, and does not want to lose the one thing in the world that has the ability to remember it. That it has seen. So I think
as soon as the lights come back up and he's gone, I want Glib to be like, "Alright, I want it known I did not do that. That was not me this time."
I don't know. He was right by you.
And I should note, Skeezville was the only person. Skeezville was the only person that heard that as well. No one else knows what No one else knows what the absence said to him.
Oh, so they went right next to Glib, and then the lights go out, and I'm dead.
Yeah, so but it appears to everyone at once in different spots. So, like, it was next to basically all of you except for Goodbid. And, yeah, it heard that you remembered it, and was like, yeah, all right, this has never happened. We're running with this, and now you're somewhere.
Now might be a good time to do the Spotify question.
That would be a great time to do the Spotify question. I forgot, but now that, you know...
Yeah.
Skeezball's just
not necessarily even
MIA.
If I wanted to be real bad, I would start having you roll history checks for Skeezball now. Maybe I might
Just erase.
We'll see.
He's dead to us.
We'll see.
He's
Hey,
dead to us.
I kind of this is actually excellent because now if Nikhil ever has free time to come back, we can do some really janky stuff with Skeezball or Canyon
pops
or
out of the
anyone.
ether and is just
This character. That's what we're doing next.
Well, it's time for the
time
Spotify
for the
question. If you've
Spotify.
listened this far into the podcast, thank you so much. The 2 weeks ago question was, what Breakpoints PC would you want to join the main campaign and why? And honestly, I did not expect us to get so many responses on these Spotify questions, so I don't think at this point we can read all of them anymore. So if anyone else is logged into our account to read questions, that would be great.
I am not, but I can be for next week.
Questions, answers.
Yeah, I can do that later. I can't set that up now. I am going to put the link in the chat for anyone who wants to look at our Spotify stuff.
No, I don't think they can see all the questions.
Well, no,
unless
I mean,
pin
if anyone
them.
wants to go and listen to the podcast and answer the next question. Not, I didn't mean for chat to go and read the answers for us. I meant if you want to go and listen to episodes and answer the weekly questions we have there. The link is now in chat.
So, I think, surprisingly, the most requested character I've seen is Lady Katarina.
Oh.
So I think we should bring back Lady Katarina. Someone, Ty LV said, I would love to see SG and Lady Katarina interact, mostly because they would probably team up in Gaslight Zalkus, or maybe just rob a jewelry store together. Also, the second most common name I've seen was Zalkus, and
I'll say this. I have talked to Evan about coming back, and he very much wants to. So I think it's pretty much an inevitability that we will see Zalkus again, guaranteed. Others hopefully as well, but like I was talking to Evan recently, so that's gonna happen.
Yeah. Let's see. Eleanor Menzel said, if I could only pick one, then Lady Katarina. If more than one, her and Volath. They both have unique morality sets, and it'd be fun to watch the chaos. And it'd be nice to have a main female character. We do not have one in the campaign yet.
Nope,
so.
we don't. We have 3 men and variable.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh, and another popular one was Laurel.
Yeah.
Let's see. Kane Moogle says, I think Laurel would be great to come back since the Kraken is currently dead. I think it'd be interesting if the water aspect in Glib manifests as them.
That would be funny. I could do that. I might steal that.
Oh, Glib would hate that. What if Blob is Laurel? That's just Laurel's reincarnated as Blob.
Blob fit with the way Blob acts.
Blob's personality totally changed in season 1 and season 2, and I know that as the DM. I pulled the JoJo's Bizarre Adventure and totally changed the personality, but you would fit with the season 2 Blob.
It would fit with the most modern version of Blob, that he's this sketchy, like, I don't know, man.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Fine, everything is fine. It's fine.
I have some things about that I can't say yet, but, you know. The Kraken arc's not done, that's all I'm going to say.
I'm sure Matt would really like this, but we have Young Nightmare saying, give me the Rangers. Oh, just kidding. Brian Verrett, that's the person's name. Side note, I love listening and watching you guys play. It brings me so much joy, and I would love to play with y'all one day.
Thank you.
Like, Nate, thank you so much. Thank you.
Rangers,
we have fun playing together. I mean, I have to play together.
I mean, yeah, I secretly hate all of you, but I do this every week for the money. But yeah, no, the Rangers will be coming back. That's too much of a bit that I can't bring them back at some point in some capacity. I can pretty much guarantee you that.
Yeah, but honestly, people really want to see Lady Katarina come
I
back.
actually will tell Jess.
Somehow, some way, the first Breakpoints Team B, people really love them.
That's good, because they're the most lore connected. So, you know.
Yeah, that's gonna be. How many more should I read out?
Give us like.
I think I pinned 3 already.
Give us one more. Give us one more, because we still have a couple, like 1 or 2 more things I'd like to do in this session. So give us one more.
Okay. Ooh. Okay. Yes. I think how do you say their name? Dianiki, Baldric or Zalkus. BB's chaotic nature matches the vibe of the party, while Zalkus would give a nice balance with his more grounded nature. Both very, very true.
Yes, that is very true. Oh, yeah, there was also... Okay, we'll delay the game for another... There was also the how will Skeezville die question. We have the one from...
That is this week's question.
Oh, that was this week.
So, like, I wasn't going to read them out because that one was on the one that just went up. So I was going to read it next week to be like, who actually is psychic and guessed correctly.
Then never mind. So, yeah, we will read the... So, if you saw the last question from Wednesday, it was how do you think Skeezville is going to die? So...
Yes.
I guess we'll sort of... Can you look at the dates that they were submitted, or like what order?
Basically, yeah.
Cool. So then we can sort of divide it into, you know, you can either basically, if you guess he's gonna get taken by the absence, and we see it was after the episode aired, we'll know you're cheating.
Yeah.
Put in how you thought he was gonna die, and if you did guess it before the episode aired, then you know you get a Marvel No prize. But that's a reference that maybe 2 people in the audience will get. But you know.
I think we got like quite a few responses already on that.
Yeah,
like,
there's a bunch. Amy just said there's a bunch.
Like 24.
So we will
revisit that. Can you guys see like the questions? Sorry, people's answers.
Amy says there's more
Spotify?
answers than that one on the last one. Amy's not part of it, so I would assume so. I don't know.
I did not know that. I never logged into our actual Spotify account to see what it looks like.
Oh, Amy says we can't see the answers, but we can see that there are answers. Okay. So you can see like the number. Okay. Anyway, that's good. We will read that off next week, and I will tell Nikhil what people thought since he's not going to be here, but I will communicate to you. Okay, excellent. So, on that note, again, I said the Spotify link has been put in the chat. We'll put it again at the end. It should be on a rotating thing. If you would like to answer the questions and see our stuff on listen to our stuff on Spotify, that is an option. They go up every Wednesday. The episodes go up every Wednesday after they air. And on that note, let's get back to the disappearance of Skeezville. Nikhil, I guess, can just sit here for like 20 minutes.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah. So yeah, Skeezville is gone. None of you heard what the absence said. I guess I should say you heard what it all said to you individually. You did not hear what it said to Skeezville.
I want to say, look, we know he's not dead. I didn't do anything there. This is not a side effect of any fuck up I've made recently. The only way that he can die is if I fuck up, and we know that. So we know he's not dead at the very least.
Yeah. I guess you're kind of right.
We know.
I do want to remind everyone that one of the last things Skeezville did say to us was that we kind of like forget about the absence. The absence has like this, I guess, like complex of people forgetting it. So we must try not to forget it, because I feel like we're going to run into this thing more often than not. So do what you must to remember. I'm gonna talk to Kermit and be like, Kermit, if anything happens like this again, remind me. And I also tell Jared.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a good thing. Hold on. I'm going to have Blob come out. Blob didn't directly interact with the absence. I'm going to have Blob go in the middle and tell Blob everything that I know about the absence right now.
Oh, I just realized there's actually a really cool thing with how... Okay, I actually really like this Skeezville exit, because I can do interesting things with this. But that'll happen later. That's not for this episode. Regardless, you tell Blob, you tell the Jared, the Kermit. I don't know why I said the, but you tell everything. There is more record.
Okay. We have everything, and then I'm going to make sure that Blob disappears so that he cannot interact with the absence until we call him out again.
I also don't know about like this is me asking DM thing.
Okay.
Does telling a secret thing like actually work outside of Aragdus?
So I'll let you insight that from what, because Ezekiel kind of told you what happened, so you can insight it if you want, and then I can maybe if you do well enough, you can get information on it.
Insight. Okay. That's a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Okay, dirty 20 is good enough. So you know that the thing to Aragdus was happening because basically Ezekiel kind of like broke a pact with this thing. It seemed like the absence, as best you can tell, has agency. It decides when it takes people. But so it's not necessarily that from what you can tell. It is not like saying a secret is always going to get you killed anywhere. It is that somehow, for some reason, the absence does not like that, and if you do it, it can choose. Might choose to take you. And since it was pissed off at the whole city, it seems that the city was there. But it's not just a curse. If it's a god, it has agency. So,
yes.
And again, if you know what it said to Skeezville, metagaming, like it took Skeezville for different reasons. It didn't take Skeezville out of anger. It took Skeezville because it's like, holy shit, this is the only thing that has the ability to remember me. Like
which is also wrong, right? Mm-hmm. Like Skeezville's not actually.
Yeah. It's not special. It's just he caught him in enough time that he still.
Well, yeah, but that's again, you don't know the history of the absence. We're gonna say that maybe that's also because we kind of need an exit, and I like that one. You are the only person it has met that has remembered it at the very least. Yeah, you are the only thing it has met that has remembered you, and therefore it kidnapped you for reasons unknown. And I will text you a thing later.
Never mentioned that Glib pissed it off, though.
What'd you say?
So I can't believe I never mentioned that Glib pissed it off when I was ranting about it, because there is no reason for Glib to think he killed me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have there's no reason that I have any reason to believe that I did this at all.
Glib.
Also, I didn't technically piss it off. When did I piss it off?
You were the first one in Aragdus to basically bring your group to its attention. You said the secret first.
Actually, no, I said the secret first.
Oh, shoot, that is actually true.
I mean, I'm fine with it, because Panda had the idea of, like, why don't we all tell secrets or whatever, and then Glib was the one...
No, it wasn't. That was also...
Panda, I watched that stream today, man.
You and Nate, was I the one that said
about it when you were walking to the hallway or whatever, about how you could just do it?
I said that it was a terrible idea.
No, you didn't, man.
I was very pro.
The reason I didn't share.
I remember that because we were walking, and I'm like, or we could all just fucking die
the logic
if that happened.
That is actually a TikTok. A TikTok is saying.
I do remember.
Panda saying it's not a good idea.
I remember one bit of logic that should help this a little bit, which is, correct me if I'm wrong, but Glib vanished. I know Glib was the person to vanish.
Was the first person.
Yeah. Skeezville was basically like. Skeezville was the one who said the secret to bring it back, to get Glib back.
That's true.
Because Glib was the person that vanished first, and Skeezville was like, all right, we're going to bring the thing back to get it, and that's when...
There's some poetic beauty there of, I actually died by mistake, was trying to help Glib after his mistake of saying
I also want to point something out. You're not technically dead yet.
Yeah.
Exactly! That's good.
I have thoughts that I do not want to spoil that I will tell you afterwards, Nikhil.
I'm not coming back.
I know. Don't worry. I know what's after. I'll tell you. I have ideas. I have ideas as the DM here. Okay. I got plans.
It's okay. He could go hang out in the ether that Canyon's in right now as well.
I have plans. Fear not. I got an idea of how we're going. Anyway, you guys are in this hallway now. The goblin has vanished. Skeezville has vanished. What are you guys doing?
I mean, he's got to be somewhere around here, right? Keep pushing.
I mean, possibly he went to his base back in Aragdus, but I don't really want to go back there right now, if I'm being honest.
I'm texting Nikhil something really quick, just so if anyone's curious. So you'll get information. You guys keep talking.
If we can We can swing by when we're done here. For all we know, this absence is here and just took him to like a dungeon. We'll clear the place out. We'll find it by the end. Yeah, I'm not worried.
Yeah. All right. Two of the 5 are gone. Well,
Gone.
one of them is missing, and the other one is spores, or
Right.
potentially somewhere else. So,
Good Pete, why are you coughing?
He's got like a tickle in my throat.
One's, so what do you
Well,
the
guys
only
do?
ones that we
problem.
really have to worry. We only have to worry about the one with the the mouth chest, and the one we've been dealing with this entire fucking time. So, I feel like we should keep going because we're already here. But like,
Definitely, we got to do our duty, do our
I feel like
Didn't
since we're still here and we're in the smoke and everything, we have to be very fucking conscious of what we say so that we don't get vanished.
Right, yeah.
Does that
I'm
sound like a plan?
I'm really confused. If this thing is evil, why did I leave part of Kermit with it?
You probably wanted it as a pet, knowing you.
That is also that's a possibility. Also, what if you want to talk to it?
Yeah, I mean, the walkie-talkie idea was very good, but it doesn't seem to be answering. I wonder
Walkie-talkies
if I-
exist in this universe now.
Yay!
I walkie and I
I
talkie.
just look. Let's be honest. I use phone terminology for my like messaging spells all the time because it's easiest. So
Yes.
this,
I don't understand why it wouldn't understand how to use the Kermit walkie-talkie. It's very simple concept. You just talk to it, and then I answer from my Kermit.
maybe SG made up the term right now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because we walkie and we
Yeah,
talkie.
I feel like that is something that she would say. So
I mean, the one that was setting booby traps is now gone.
That's
So
true.
we can keep moving,
Yes,
Yeah.
maybe this
assuming
next
that there's no more booby traps. Hopefully,
maybe we
we
don't
can
have to
keep
move down
moving.
this hallway.
Yeah, I feel like this was the bad.
Go
end.
check the other door.
Let's go check the other 2 doors. The old guy's
Yeah.
gone, so I mean, we're gonna have to be on our toes here because the one barbarian we had is missing.
I do
So-
wanna. Sorry. Go ahead.
No, that's it. That's the fucking. You need to be careful.
I do want to message Mercury and be like, "Is everything okay out there?"
you get a response that's a yes, basically, pretty quickly. Nothing out of the monsters are still there patrolling, but they have not attacked him. However,
Okay.
on that note, actually, I think this is a good time for this to happen. The fortress rumbles. The whole thing.
Oh, god damn it. Shit.
I wonder if that has to do with us.
Hello?
You don't really get any response immediately.
Is it like a constant rumble or just like it shakes and it's
big
done?
shake and then kind of a constant smaller shake.
I don't.
Did something just land?
You are inside right now. You don't know.
I feel like something hit and now is moving.
Can I get to the nearest window?
Yeah, you can get to it.
Is there windows?
Yeah, we'll say that there is.
Maybe.
It's very over. You can
Okay.
you find a window. It's not actually. Though I will say the nearest exit from where you are is probably the front door. You can find a window if you want to, but like you're just up and like down a hallway and the stairs, so kind of wherever you want to go. Are you going
Right.
to the nearest? Just for the sake of my descriptions, are you going to a window?
I don't want to go back to the
exiting?
garden right now. I think we should go to I don't want to go back to the garden and potentially be fucked if a fight pops off surrounded by spores and grass.
You go to the window, and everything seems kind. The first thing you notice is you can no longer see the shore of Aragnis out in the distance.
As in it's just an infinite water or as in fog?
Water. You just see water. And more notably, Definitely looks like the island is higher up than it was.
Everyone, I think
Shit.
it's possible that this is.
I'm gonna
These
hop on
places
stick
moving.
and fly out the window.
Oh, I'm so glad that Glib was the one that did that. As you hop on, the rumbling continues as Glib hops on stick and flies out the window. And Glib, and only Glib, kind of turns around farther out. Mercury, then the sky skimmer have kind of drifted off. They're still at ground level. And you turn around to see, arising out of the water, that this entire fortress has been built on the now floating and animated and much bigger than you ever thought it was corpse of the Kraken.
Oh.
Shit!
Oh wow.
And out of sort of the bottom of the Kraken, like coming out from under the tentacles, are horrible things, all sorts of terrifying monsters, the Screech eels, the jellyfish, and other things just coming out in hordes as the massive corpse island starts floating somewhere, clearly with intent to invade somewhere. And I think that's where we'll end this episode.
Oh man.
There was a reason
Good
that
Lord.
Skeezeball's sense was not working right, and it was not because, the water. It was because, it's the Kraken. You are on the corpse of the Kraken.
The ground is weird.
Well,
Raelius is
It
making
was nice
his
doing all
move
of
with his
Okay,
armies.
I have plans, but only because of I'm immediately trying to think offensively.
Yeah, it's gonna be a thing. It's gonna be a very fun time. You guys see why I did the new logo and everything. This was an arc. This is a multi-episode arc right here.
Fuck.
Yeah. Yeah. 2 more GodCursed left. You're now on Raelius's mobile Kraken fortress with his armies that were much bigger than you thought, starting to go somewhere. That's a nice cliffhanger, ain't it?
It's a good thing to be in.
Yeah.
Y'all are doing.
Yeah. Skeezeball's
Oh, it's like I can
Skeezeball-
still hear his
Skeezeball's
voice.
problem right now.
Oh.
I like how the
Still
absence
with
has
us.
taken Skeezeball in as his concubine.
Well, I wouldn't have phrased it like that necessarily, but now everyone in the chat's going to.
I picture the absence and Skis will sit like this in a room, just looking at each other and just chat. Talking. How's life?
Hey, maybe having somebody to talk to after nebulous time of nobody is going to help change its mind.
Okay, but like also the absence could have kidnapped anyone and they wouldn't have forgotten him, right? Because as long as the person's near them, they don't forget about them. So could have kidnapped anybody. It would have worked just fine.
Maybe. You don't know the exact... You have never spoken to this thing beyond creepy messages.
Excuse me, I've been talking to him for 20 minutes.
Creepy, cryptic messages. Yeah, excuse me. But I'm not going to tell you anything that happens there. Remember, if Nikhil's gone, the absence is still in play, and its effects are still going to be seen in future episodes. With that said, everyone...
Is that true?
Huh?
Did not kill the absence till I come back?
What'd you say?
You said if Nikhil is gone, the absence is in play.
I said while Nikhil is gone, the absence is still the absence didn't kidnap you and necessarily just leave. It's still around doing things, and who knows what exactly it'll do. But on that note, everyone say thank you to Nikhil for being here, for being in both seasons. Actually, it was
so much for having
an honor having you. Sorry to see you go, but congrats on the job. I hope it goes very well for you.
Yes.
As I've said, if there's ever...
I filled out my paperwork today. It is 60 hours a week.
Good Lord.
My God.
Hey,
This
get
is
that
why
bread.
my earlier statement of I will not be returning is true.
That makes sense.
Get that bread.
Good luck.
Thank you.
We did just drop Amy, thank you. Amy dropped your merch link in the chat, by the way, Nikhil. So if you want to give Nikhil a send-off, go throw money at him.
Alright.
Yeah. Throw money in.
If we ever have a weekend episode or something, I will let you know and we'll figure something out. If there is a time in which you can return, I'll let you know.
You guys ever move out of the work week? give me a call. I got another 10 characters in my head. We can do it. I can play all of them.
Sweet. Maybe for season 3. I don't know. That's months out. We'll figure it out. But that's a scheduling talk for later. Merch plug, and then I'll let everybody else do their thing. We did add the new little mini merch drop, which is basically just the character art stickers. I have put that link in chat. The code GLIBUSSY is still active. That will be active for this week, and then I believe next week we'll start the thing where it's like there's different discount, like secret discount codes every week, because I think that's fun. But we'll let the GLIBUSSY one run through this. We have t-shirts with the character art and the logos. We have hoodies, and then we have stickers. So we have all that stuff. Discords have also been linked in chat. Anyone else have anything they want to plug, as usual?
All right, now.
Nope, nothing other than our Spotify and support link.
I guess we didn't talk about this beforehand. Usually I ask so I know what to say. Is everyone, except for Nikhil, I'm sorry, have fun at your job. Everyone thinking they're available next week, or do we need to do a break point? I should have asked earlier, but I forgot.
I think I should be available.
All right, cool.
Yeah,
So unless plans change last minute, we will be back next week, Friday, 6 p.m. Central Time, to see where this dang kraken's going. That's probably important, right? Another good cliffhanger to end on. I'm very happy with it. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Have a good rest of your night, and we will see you all next week.